Alright, here we go.
Minas Tirith?
The White City.
Minas.
White City with a black
White
prison.
City, what do you call that?
With a what?
Well, nothing.
Reason.
Alright, here we go.
That's not even the case.
I know.
I don't see any black.
Alright, simmer down, boys.
Sounds like you need to simmer now.
Last time on D&D. Having returned the Eye of Limus to its rightful owner, our heroes fearlessly stepped into the cavern where Skall resided. To their horror, he had somehow survived or been repaired from their previous encounter, and sought to terminate them for good. Fighting valiantly and sustaining heavy injuries, our heroes finally managed to vanquish this most powerful of foes. Returning to Limus with news of their victory, they were allowed to enter the lost sanctuary of the Kors. There they met with the elder Gimbal, who rewarded them with magical items for their trouble, and answered as many questions as he could for our curious travelers. From there, they went forth once more, journeying through Birchwood until they ended up in the plains. Deciding to avoid an orc settlement on their way, our heroes ventured west, eventually arriving at Evendur from whence they were initially held, and escorted back to Corvinus. Under the cover of night, they decided to infiltrate the camp to try and get answers from Orwell Fitch, the strange reverend who, as it turns out, was hiding more than he initially divulged. In an attempt to sneak in without a trace, Antiquity used his newly found beast mode to assume the innocuous shape of Fitch's horse. Quicksilver and alongside Co, they prepared to enter the camp. Will they find the Reverend and manage to obtain the information they need? Will their facade hold true, or will they be discovered? And what of the Seer? Will they find him there? Is an altercation inevitable? Find out tonight on D&D.
Was that like a horror? Was that
That was
WKK?
yeah, no, that was who's line?
Who's like?
Drew Carey.
Oh, yeah.
Tales of Horror.
Yeah.
All right. So you have made your way.
So wait. So this isn't
No, you're not quite.
Yeah.
I don't think that
We're all
close.
just drunk.
yeah. Like, also, is someone missing?
No, who's the fuck is that?
That's Co.
1, 2, 3, 4. Antiquity.
Is the
box.
Oh, you're the boss.
So that I can be written on, okay?
All right. Where is
Okay.
it?
My name is right on it,
Yeah,
alright?
exactly.
I see it.
And
Alright.
so we're in like the bushes.
So you guys are like, there's.
like where are we? Like,
All right. So
Boys, don't move. You can't see it if you don't move.
I assume. Well, it's already like covered at night, so it's like 10 p.m. So it's dark.
Yes.
So you guys are not in
Now
any
I'm at
bushes,
least
from what I
half
could tell. But well, no one's honestly. Well, from last time, no one made any perception checks. No one.
can I make a perception check?
Sure.
Too late
Go
now.
ahead.
17 plus 8.
17. All right, 25. Well, as you guys approach the camp, oh, where's the music? As you guys
Who
approach
said we were approaching?
well,
Because they were approaching.
well, you guys kind of approach the camp from a distance, from like
Right.
from 1,000
Right,
feet
right.
to
It's
400
momentum.
feet.
It takes time for us
It's
to change
still
direction
an
or slow down.
Yeah,
Walking
from
for
1,000
miles.
feet to 100 feet is still an approach.
Slowing down.
Whoa!
Steady left!
the Titanic, like
So
It's like a train. You gotta start braking.
that's not what I should.
It's raining.
Well, it starts to rain, actually, yeah, but not that hard right away.
Inconspicuously.
No, it's a breeze picks up from the west, ruffling your clothes and causing, well,
Their
causing the
clothes.
clouds. Well, their clothes, yeah. And there's a slight drizzle, which in a few minutes it looks like it's going to start pouring a little bit harder. With that high perception roll, you notice as you approach the camp that first off it doesn't. There's no. They're not lit. There's no lit torches anywhere, like at the front. And staring at the front gate, Matthias, from your vantage point, from your distance, you notice that it is actually unmanned. And there are no torches in the watchtowers either, making it impossible to ascertain whether or not they're manned either. Yes.
so I can't see any movement on the towers at all.
You can't see any movement, and the camp does not look illuminated. This is a good time to.
The camp doesn't seem to be illuminated. I turn to you, Valdeos and Thugz.
Maybe the rain put out the torches.
Maybe. But also the gate is unmanned.
Maybe the rain unmanned the gate.
You think?
Washed away in a flood.
This doesn't seem right.
Maybe they backed up.
Or maybe they know we're coming.
Nah.
Nah!
We're good.
We're good. I say we approach with much stealth, and I look at you, Tonga.
What do you guys do? The three of you who are still in the back.
My armor clinks left.
Do you guys are you guys?
It's off the range.
So hold on. So Co instructed you to wait about 20 minutes. Co instructed you to wait about 20 minutes before following him. You guys have the option of doing that or not.
How far of a walk away are we from the gate? Like 10 minutes?
Probably 7 minutes, maybe, for you guys. They're already kind of picked up on their way, so they're a lot closer. They're maybe like 2 or 3 minutes away.
Valdeos, was it Tongar, wasn't there... You mentioned that there was like a back door that you escaped from last time? When Olaf Fitch gave you his voice?
Yes, there was.
Do you think maybe we should try and find it instead of going head on straight through the gate?
I thought this was the back gate.
No, this is the front gate.
Oh,
This is the front gate.
Oh.
Well,
This is suspicious.
Sorry, does anyone want the rest of my noodles and rice?
dude. You want to know this?
I've got sushi in the other room as well that hasn't been eaten, so
Yeah, I
can
need a
eat
bit
it.
of and I still got a ton left.
Alright. So,
Sims.
By the way, Walt, I got some.
Okay.
wish I had a
I got some
soundboard.
Triscuits with me.
I wish I had a soundboard so it would like rain and horse clopping.
Say, maybe,
They're working your winning.
why don't you two try to find the back door, and I'll keep an eye on these two from a distance, since I happen to be the only one that's stealthy. I'm just
Didn't tell us to wait.
Well, as the rain picks up, you know, it's clinking on your armor and it's kind of like washing the sins away.
Yeah, my adamantine armor.
Your adamantine
Yeah,
armor.
Does it rust?
It does not rust. It is
It starts turning green.
it's stainless, as they say.
It's like a
It starts shining blue, like just like out of nowhere.
Hello, I'm here.
into the metals, just like bioluminescent algae.
Yeah, it's ever silver. Whatever the fuck that means.
Always silver.
So
Trying to paint it just doesn't happen.
What do you guys think?
yeah, you guys should make a decision.
Yes, I believe I remember where the back door is.
Your keen mind is always an asset.
That's also, it's in the back, as the name would suggest.
Right. So you guys want to go around and get to the back, and I'll keep a watch on these two.
I'd like to follow them.
All right. Well, maybe I'll go with Tombar then. Try to find the back door.
But Ko said to wait.
Like, fuck what Ko said. Sorry.
No, it's super fair.
Let me start taking orders from
Trusting the elf.
Yeah, like, I remember like a day ago, you weren't even fucking trusting that. You wouldn't even want to give this guy the Eye of Linus.
Alright.
All right.
Follow Ko.
I mean, all right. We can. I just think we're. Things seem off. That's all I'm saying. Is that like, why isn't there a man at the gate? Why aren't the torches lit?
Well, then perhaps we should follow them in case there's trouble.
All right.
No, I like the back gate idea.
God damn it, Lottie.
No, if it is a trap, then let them spring it, and we'll flank.
Oh, beautiful. I love that.
All right.
Good stuff.
I mean,
boys.
Two most expendable characters.
Kind of
Alright.
actually for the story. Like,
Why don't you two go out back, and I'll just keep a watch here. And if a trap is sprung, I'll yell. Because at that point, you know.
The jig's up.
Yeah, the jig is.
It's a trap!
It's a trap!
All right. So
All the flames just go up.
what do you
Agreed?
do?
Yes.
Agreed.
All right. So what do you do?
I'm gonna stay like probably like 80 feet away from Ko and the exact range for my dash, like away from them.
I will follow Tonmar.
And you guys kind of try to go around?
Yeah, around the back. Take a wide.
Take a like a wide.
Alright.
Alright, you guys are taking the wide. Alright,
Could I roll a stealth check?
go ahead.
No ones. Come on, no ones. 20, not natural.
Still good. Yeah, you nimbly kind of follow in their tracks, trying not to make a sound and succeeding.
My hood is up.
Your hood is up.
And in the
It
shade
beats
of
it.
night, every time lightning strikes the sky, you see like a pit, like a black.
You are but a shadow in the landscape.
Exactly.
Your silhouette outlines and paints the background of a lightning splash like one of those street artists.
Awesome.
Anyway, all right. So
I like visual shit.
Ko and Antiquity. So you approach the front gate.
Yeah, and we have just the most amazing conversations.
So I'm always 80 feet away from them. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna note for now that I'm basically letting Ko take the reins.
Alright.
Like,
Jesus, take the wheel.
obviously not controlling him,
Alright.
having him control me.
Did
Which is weird, but okay.
Quicksilver come with a saddle?
I believe so.
And you don't transform with a saddle, do you?
No, but you could put the saddle on me. We could
Also,
have, but we
I
didn't.
mean,
But there's also
you can
like,
take saddles off horses.
I know. This is really like, fuck's my saddle? That shit's expensive.
that was the most important part of the horse combo.
Fuck the horse.
Saddle was worth the
The eye was in there.
All right.
Wait, do we have the real horse with us?
I assume you do.
Yeah.
So maybe put another case there.
So they're trying to sneak around back with a horse. Is that what's happening?
Apparently.
With
A horse with
Leave
a
the horse
walking in the front
Leave the
door.
horse with Matthias.
Are you doing that?
We'll leave the horse.
I'll let you guys retcon that. What do you want to do with the horse?
I mean, I think we're just bringing it along with us.
Okay.
Well, okay. So like, just to be clear, we just got out of the forest,
Yeah. Oh, it's been a while.
so it's just plains, right?
Yeah, you've gone out of forest for a while.
It doesn't seem like we have a lot of choices here, boys.
Alright. I mean, leave it in the forest with displacer beasts sound like a good idea as well. I mean, I don't know.
You didn't leave it in the forest.
Anyway, I'm just kidding. Anyway, alright, so the two of you making it out back, you start kind of approaching the back gate. Backside of the camp. And yeah, strangely enough, it is also unmanned. And left invitingly ajar.
It's a trap.
You notice no illumination coming from within the camp. Give me perception checks. The two people I just mentioned, Valdeos and Combat.
It's a trap.
I also take a perception check.
18.
Or a stealth check.
Yes, you may.
He gets disadvantage to south, though, right?
No, he doesn't.
He does.
Combat does.
But he just did perception. Yeah.
Aren't you wearing chainmail?
I asked for
I have a
perception.
chain shirt.
Ah.
No, he need like plate for disadvantage. But yeah, go ahead.
It's a 5.
Really?
For perception or stealth?
Oh, I thought it was
That's up to
perception. Yeah.
Okay. So 5 for
Yeah.
perception.
Okay, and stealth.
4.
Oh.
Good
Plus
start.
7, so 11.
Not bad. All right. Well, with the 17. Yeah, you so at this point, timeline-wise, the time it took you to circle all the way around and get behind. These two have already made it to the front gate. We just haven't gotten to the events yet. But yes, that's not really jar. Yes. All right. So yeah, they approached the gate, and now and they've noticed that the camp doesn't seem to show much activity. The forts weren't manned, and so Matthias made it on top of one of the forts. Ko and Antiquity entered through the front gate at a trot pace, and Tombar and Valdeos, flanking through the back, have made it to the back gate, and we're about to see whether or not they choose to enter. Valdeos just peeked in, and he didn't see much. Valdeos and Tombar is, I think, what I meant to say. Alright.
Do I see anything on the watchtower? I'm
Yes.
like, so
You
like
do.
if this is like,
Yeah.
I'm like underneath it, and I'm just like I'm peeking over top to look down at the camp.
Peering into the camp, you can see that it's plainly deserted. Fallen plates of food, weaponry, and footprints indicate there may have been a struggle. Looking further out, you see the first body.
The first body,
Yeah.
corpse.
Yes. It's about 40 feet ahead of Antiquity and Co.
I say
my silver
to
weapons.
Ko. No, I say to Ko. So, like, how high are the towers?
50, 20, 35, 35 feet
35.
off the ground.
It's a lot.
Fair. So like I rush in, going like, "Water well," and then it kind of like fizzle out as I see the destruction.
Go! It seems to be deserted. There's a corpse on the floor.
I like don't know you're there.
I mean, we're here. It's okay. I'm on the watchtower.
Hello, Matthias.
There's a corpse 40 feet away from you.
I will inspect it.
No, don't. Just be careful. We need to regroup. I say, I look into the camp. Do I see any movement?
Absolutely not.
My stealth is too much.
Valdeos!
Really?
Tombar!
Give me a
Stealth character.
performance. I am the stealthiest.
Redcon that.
I am the stealthiest.
Yeah, I don't see any movement. Redcon that.
All right.
It's
Probably
like,
not a good
it's
idea.
like having a fucking like an assassin who has Tourette's.
I'm gonna kill you! Where's it?
Oh god, alright. We need to regroup.
What?
I can't hear you. Alright.
I could,
So I'm gonna like realize what's going on, and I'm gonna start pushing to keep going.
yeah, I'll
Alright,
trot
it.
with you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they kind of continue into the camp. You're still
Instead
moving.
of breaking character,
You're
breaking character.
Valdeos!
Tombar!
And by the way, we're all in this building together.
All right.
I take out my bow and arrow and stealthily keep watch. Stealthily.
Still.
Tombar, Valdeos.
Are we still just slowly?
You guys slowly walking to the back. Also, over the rain, it might be hard to.
That's true.
Tell me.
Yeah, just slowly creep in the back. Yeah, creep in the back.
You guys slowly do that.
Must be a roof.
Ko. Walking into the camp, you kind of notice the disheveled state of it. Tents are kind of like caved in, and there's a body probably like 10 feet in front of you. Would you go inspect it?
So I do that thing. I'm gonna hop off the back of the horse, and and just approach the body and inspect it.
Give me an investigation check.
6.
It's dead. It's cold. It's a human. His skin is kind of pale, white, aged. His eyes rolled back. You don't see any physical injury.
Like Ravenholm.
Halloween, bitches.
I check to see if there's any other bodies.
Give me a perception check.
God damn it! 7.
Horse perception.
What?
1.
You're kind of like really trying to get used to this whole not having dark vision thing. And yeah, you're kind of not sure what's happening. Thankfully, your rider is slightly more aware, but only slightly. Your vision kind of like you're peering into like the rain and the darkness. You see maybe the silhouettes of some bodies, and then something catches your peripheral your peripheral vision, you see some sort of movement. So just behind a tent. So imagine, if you will, there's like a tent here. As you walk in, it's not to scale here. There's like a tent right there.
I think you should draw it out.
There's like tents.
What?
I'm not gonna draw the whole thing out because I think we're about to raise it and jump into something
Okay,
deeper, but I could be wrong.
that's fine.
I'll draw some of them. But yeah, you see a tent there, and you just saw like movement. Also, this isn't to scale, so
Right.
you see a short, very short kind of body person kind of going that way, just kind of darting behind the tent. And you assume, judging by their trajectory, that they're moving kind of down this way, down a row of more tents, which are in various states of destruction.
Did I see this person? Would you like me to give you another check?
Yeah. Go ahead.
18.
I think you also probably saw some sort of movement there for sure. You noticed the movement, whether or not you can. He had a really good. He like
Advantage
physically.
on watchtower?
Go ahead. I don't think it'll roll better than that.
26.
Yeah, you see it. It's a person, but it's not a very. It's a short person.
It's a short person.
No, it's a short person, kind of darting in that direction. It's the only movement you saw. But because of your angle, you actually can't see them as they're behind the tents.
Right.
And obviously neither can you, but you see
Yeah.
that they move in that
Did
direction.
this person have anything in their hands or anything like that?
You couldn't tell from your angle.
So I'm gonna try.
But you can tell that, and you as well, that they're wearing white. Yeah, they were dressed
White in the dark. Like all of us would see that.
It's not how it works.
luminescent,
It's
like-
not. Yeah, it's not luminescent. It's just a white fabric.
Right. I don't have Canthar's dagger, do I?
I'm gonna. I'm gonna try and run parallel to it.
You do that, running parallel to it. So what happens is, as you're moving. So imagine you guys are moving like together, and you kind of see them, and then eventually, they stop, and you see them not.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
and then as you're moving, and then eventually it stops. You don't see them anymore. Do you also stop?
I feel like I would, like if it's like they're gone, I'd probably run one tent forward and then be like, oh,
Yeah, and then kind of stop.
Yeah.
You do that, stopping in your tracks and kind of looking at the edge where they would have appeared, and you see kind of like you see a figure like peek from behind the edge, and you hear a voice in your head, and the voice is of a little girl, and she says, and kind of peering out, you see like kind of a little girl as well, with the black hair, wearing white.
That's like horror trope.
I know. Sorry.
Like-
Yeah.
And I can't see your eyes because it's.
No, you can see her eye. No, you can see her eye. You can see her one eye. Oh, man. I can't.
We're not here to hurt you.
I noticed him talking to someone.
Kind of like now he's galloped for a few tents, and now he's like quite a ways away from you,
I'm gonna stow my bow and arrow and
Climb
go
down.
down this watchtower as fast as possible.
and start kind of darting.
Start
forward.
making my way towards them.
Tom Valdeos. You kind of enter the back side of the camp, and you notice a similar. No, it's fine. A similar ordeal, except from the backside, you are immediately. I guess you guys don't have the best. Your perception was. What was your perception? Your
This
perception.
girl's running around, we just
Okay.
don't see her.
Well, no, she's like you're on the other side of the camp, so no, of course you don't see her. But 18, you actually have good perception. Thaddeus is kind of like waving around in the dark, but you're embraced by the sight of way more bodies kind of strewn about, as though, and they're kind of all facing your direction, falling forward, as though they were all trying to run out the back gate. And we're talking like 8, 9, 10 bodies, guards, most of them, and probably a couple of civilian, maybe cooks or what have you, civilian populations, women. That's what you're greeted with. The site of destruction, mayhem, blood, shields, swords dropped everywhere.
That's what I see.
Yeah, that's what you see.
Is he?
He doesn't quite see all that. No. With your perception, you kind of probably as the rain just starts falling now, it hasn't quite washed away all the scent, and you smell the smell of death, pestilence in the air, and you kind of feel like you're you're entering. This place was not as you left it. You're entering a place of darkness and death.
Before you can
So much death.
before you can move too far forward, I'll just like put a hand out and say,
There's some bodies there. It looks like they were trying to escape when they were struck down.
Any blood?
No blood.
Do you see the wounds?
Sorry. Well, I'll get there. Sorry. What was the question?
Do you see the wounds?
Give me an investigation check on one of the bodies.
sure.
So you approach the nearest body to you.
Yeah.
Nearest body. Check if it's sold out fish.
That is investigation.
Yeah.
4.
Again, you don't
Natural
see.
causes.
You don't see.
Heart attacks, all of them.
You don't notice any clear wounds on them, and the only blood that you see, this is not to do with the investigation of the body, but just with your general perception, the only blood you see is actually on the tips of weapons and shields, but not, you don't see any physical wounds on the actual cadavers.
I see no wounds on these bodies. It is as if they were struck down by the Lord.
Who's Lord?
Well, Turius, of course, the one true Lord.
Alright. Matthias, can you give me,
It's alright. Belief is hard for a
Oh, right. I'm gonna pull up,
forsaken devil man.
pull up the fork.
you pull out the fork.
Yeah.
Don't you have to roll like a saving check?
So the way have it work after you've left the vicinity of Skall's death is you don't have to roll that saving throw when you pull it out, but every time you attempt to make an attack with it, you will have to roll that saving.
Whoa.
Cool.
Was our initially the.
But in Skall's presence, I would have to every time I touched it.
Because it was so attached to Skall's life force.
Gotcha.
When you were in the vicinity of that cave, it didn't want to attach itself to a foreign hand, but having been kind of accustomed to being on the body of another potential tiefling, it's more kind of grown.
It's adjusting.
It's not attacking you.
But it is attacking him when he's attacking something else.
It would
Not
attack
an,
them
it's,
more.
it's not an attack. It's not an attack, really. It's a borrowing of strength, is what it is, really. Let's not get into the complicated details of these matters.
Alright.
But yeah, Matthias, can you give me an athletics check?
Ooh, it's a 3.
Total?
Yeah.
What if you added your acrobatics to it?
I don't. Oh, that's not. Athletics is not.
I know, but what if you added acrobatics?
13.
Whoa, plus 10 to acrobatics? Alright.
He gets to double his proficiency, I believe.
Yeah, on certain skills.
Well, this was an athletics check, so because I wanted to kind of measure not just your acrobatic ability to dodge, but also your stamina and your ability to kind of like quickly and thoroughly make it down and start running.
Okay.
What?
I wonder why he's doing that.
Don't read too much into it. Okay, cool.
So wait, what happens?
I'm just measuring how long it's going to take you to get to Ko, basically.
Good.
Ko,
As we were, I was in the headlock, right?
yeah, you kind of. So I assume you approach this child.
Sure do.
You sure approach this child while on the horse?
What? It's like there's fucking murder everywhere. Like you see a kid and you're gonna be like, Fucking stay away!
Yeah!
No,
How did you survive?
Hey, maybe she has answers.
That's so funny. That's like my instinct.
Also,
would be,
does
like,
also like,
protect the child.
I don't know.
Of
Like,
course. No, I think that's scary.
what does she look like though? Like,
Yeah, well, you haven't seen that yet.
The
'cause-
Grudge.
does she, exactly. Does she look like that, or does she look like
But
normal fucking
I've
chick?
never seen The Grudge.
Did not exist.
No, you make your way around the tent, and now you can see her. She doesn't look like the girl from the Grudge. She looks like a normal girl. Actually, she looks very like a you may have give me an intelligence check, give me a history check. Actually, no, never mind. Sorry, it doesn't work for you. Sorry, you weren't alive.
Oh.
Yeah, sorry. I'm thinking of Noge. I'm trying to think of Noge. Don't worry about it at all. Sorry, too soon. You'll join me. So yeah, no. She looks not foreign. She doesn't look alien to the environment. She does look a little scared. And now the rain's picked up. She looks kind of white. She has black hair. It's not super long. It's like down to here. And yeah, she's white, maybe a little pale. She's wearing a dress, a white dress, and she's barefoot. And she's holding a teddy bear because why not? She's holding a stuffed animal.
A pair of scissors in the other hand. Too.
And she's kind of
Well,
like
scissors are in the bear.
so she's standing kind of unassumingly, and she kind of like she's looking at you. She's not saying anything, but you hear the telepath.
See, like that's the part that gets me. Is the
in your mind again, kind of like going, help.
What can I do to help?
This doesn't bother you that she's in your head and she's not
I
speaking.
spent the way I was rationalizing that was 15 years in prison of talking to a dude in my head.
It's true.
This is every day.
I've never spoken to people.
You're only 10 years old and you're in prison.
I wonder why Matthias and Valdeos don't choose to talk to me like this.
Way more sense.
Way more sense.
So still.
So stop.
Where did I put this thing?
Oh god.
You've been thinking to us the whole time. You just think we're rude.
So no one wants to stop for a break? Okay.
We didn't really have to pee anyways.
We'll just go.
Where the fuck did I put?
It was actually Skall's final form.
I just need to make a note of something on my notes. She kind of like extends her hand to you.
Oh god.
Her free hand.
Yeah. Good stuff.
It's another Alep.
Oh, yeah.
So like, are you still on?
Yeah, or do you get off the horse?
Yeah, I figured I'd
You
get
get off the horse. You probably see her there. You see a figure there with its arms outstretched.
Detect magic! Detect!
Outstretched.
Can't detect magic in horse form.
Oh, you can't use any spells.
I believe it's concentration. Not concentration. No, it's not concentration, is it? No, never mind.
You can't.
No, you can't. Yeah, just can't use
Not
spells
use
because you
spells.
can't use some for
Yeah,
obvious reasons.
not until I reach a later level.
Right.
All right.
Just a horse casting spells with his brain.
I'll be able to get to that point.
All right. What are we talking here? What do you do?
Alright, yeah, I'm going to try and grab her hand.
Give me a DC 12 intelligence saving throw.
What if this spell requires hand movements? Does the horse have to like...
Nice. 18.
You feel a powerful energy kind of course through you, and it's kind of like when you touch something like electric and you kind of let go real quick before as you get a shock. It's kind of like that, except the shock isn't electric. It's kind of like psychic. You kind of get like a flash of something, and you feel like you don't feel pleasant. It's not pleasant.
Okay.
It's very unpleasant.
Uh,
And yeah, maybe even I would say alarm bells, danger.
okay, I would recoil, and Valdeos, I think I may need assistance.
Pilates?
Oh, sorry. Matthias.
Matthias, yeah, you shout for Matthias to
Yeah.
say anything. I guess technically he doesn't know what happened, or does she? Can you give me an insight check?
Fucking Alex, man.
Co is allergic to females.
What do you mean?
What is
It's
it?
fine. I just like grab her hand, guide her outside of the camp.
Okay, yeah, you don't understand what's quite happening.
Did I
Do I
see-
ever?
This seemed normal.
Did I see any of this?
Not yet. You're kind of still making your way. You're exactly.
Puffing on the way down.
Yeah. I would say you're about 10 to 15 seconds away.
It's a lot of time.
That's about 2 turns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like, what about these two?
So I did some time. Well, I
Checking out
was
some
just
dead
kind
bodies
of
on
want
the other
to.
side of the camp.
All right, yeah, we'll put a pin in that. Let you think. Yeah. So Flatties and Tomar, you kind of just made it in. You kind of you took the initial mise en scène, if you will. What do you do?
We don't see Matthias.
No, you guys are way
Take
like in
him
the back.
to- I don't. How big is this camp again?
I can't remember what I decided the skill was for the single squares. But if that's a tent, right? You could probably do the math. Well, maybe like it's all the way over there, like at the end. I'd say like kind of count that. So okay, not
It's
massive.
like 8 feet by 4 feet.
But
So
like,
you
but
count
like
it
what?
to squares of 5 foot.
4 by 8. I
Is
guess.
it like is the camp like the size of like a football stadium or like?
I would say stadiums.
Football field.
Yeah, maybe a field, maybe not the stadium itself. Stadium's not massive.
The field's not that big.
Well, you're right. It feels not big either. So that's not a good analogy. I would say, yeah, no, it's just like, look, 5, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Okay, so I would say, that's not a good magic either. I would say, let me see if I can do the math.
300 by 300.
That seems a little, small. To me.
Like, is it the size of like the Playland Fairgrounds?
Yeah, I would say that.
Yeah.
That's pretty big.
It's, yeah, it's maybe slightly smaller.
Yeah. It's like a person at one end wouldn't know what's going on. At the
Yeah,
other
you
end.
can't see what's happening on the other side.
I'd like to take another
It's a very
perception
large
check.
military encampment. It's a central reinforcement encampment for Corvina.
I'd like to keep looking around.
Yeah.
Alright, so do you guys venture deeper into the camp, or do you stop finding naval bodies?
That
What do you
would depend on if I saw anything in the immediate area that like took.
Okay, so the immediate area you're kind of struggling with, but you feel like if you kind of venture deeper, get used to the eyes, you get
Then
to.
yeah, I'll keep going deeper.
Alright, and
Well, then you
Tomar,
go
alright,
along
you
with
can
him. We
give,
got our
you can give me
force.
another. You can give me another perception check. Wow.
Jesus, man.
Plus, it's 5.
Tomar?
Oh shit! My laundry. I'll be right back.
Bombar.
That's 7.
Rough.
Blind leading the blind. A lot of dead bodies over here. We need to open our eyes.
We're scared.
Moving further forward into the camp.
So, quick question. That body that we first saw,
Yeah.
is a young child?
No, that was just a normal guard.
Normal.
The first body that we saw coming in here.
Yeah, it was the guard. It was a guard body.
No oral fitches on the floor.
No oral
No
pitches on the
pitch on the
floor.
pitch.
Like, nothing turned up. I guess you didn't check all the bodies, so you can't know. But
Yeah, not before.
now you kind of enter the main. Well, actually, not yet. You guys are still kind of in the northern outskirt of the camp. You remember, I guess Palmer would remember if you have a sense of directionality, at least within your current position, that the main Evendur's tent is due south about a couple of 100 feet, and the chapel was let's say
It was like northeast of that.
yeah. But you guys approached from the
From the north. So they might hit the
no,
chapel.
you guys approached from the east. So east, west,
But also
north,
they
south.
went around to the back door.
Yeah, they
Would that
did.
be easier to access?
But
the
if it
chapel
means
from
that this is east, if it means this basically means that this is north and this is south and this is east and this is west.
Right.
So you guys went from the west entrance. So what I meant to say was the Evendur's camp is due east. Yeah, I would say east southeast, and the chapel is further north. Yeah, north, west, northwest. That's where we are. So, yeah. And you know this, Tombar. I guess Thaddeus, give me a history check. You might know it as well.
11.
Yeah, you vaguely recall that those are roughly the coordinates of maybe not exactly where, but you have an idea directionally where you are using your previous bearings. Yeah, you kind of enter this main area. You see more bodies, but the bulk of the bottleneck was closer to the gate, and now just kind of like just a field mayhem. Bodies strewn about.
Timer's going
Tents.
off,
I'll just keep an eye. Tents, you know, disheveled, and weapons and the like, plates of food, all strewn about.
The food's still good.
Check it. I don't know.
Good.
Depends on how good your constitution is, really. With a high enough constitution, you can eat fucking rocks.
I think all the campaigns has been deadly. I'll give it a shot.
Really?
If it looks good, I'll give it a shot.
Are you serious?
Like, is there like some nice bacon or something?
It's like overturned like plates of porridge and like.
It's grunt food.
It's grunt food.
It's not fucking
Alright,
bacon.
alright, never
I
mind.
was like, maybe if you get to Evendur's tent, you'll find, you know,
Want some dirt with your porridge?
An apple.
a nice scallopini or something.
Just like
Lobster
a
at the
Yeah. So yeah, you guys approach. You guys must kind of make a decision on where you must go. You don't have to go either of those two places. You could keep moving straight east, which would take you to the front gate, which is where they are. Or you could move in any other direction and see where that takes you.
Go to the tower.
I don't think there's a. Oh yeah, there was a tower.
There's a tower.
No, there was a tower.
Southwest.
Shall we?
That
continue to
direction.
the
So there's,
chapel?
yeah, southwest, correct.
I don't remember.
The chapel.
It's like I keep notes or something.
Do you think Fitch will still be there? Possible. It's possible that he's already dead. Well, let's go. I don't see the others. Maybe they're already there. Yes.
Let's find out.
Yeah. Go to the chat.
Getting holy.
Cool. You've kind of now you kind of recoiled. Looking at Antiquity, you don't see that the horse has given any reaction, so you assume probably that they aren't aware. Or do you give me an insight check? I think you do. It's fine.
Yeah, +6.
Yeah, you notice that Antiquity is slightly oblivious of what happened, and with your insight, you also notice that, and I would state this overtly, that what you just experienced is a hostile experience. It is not. This person has essentially just attacked you,
Okay.
but in a way that you don't quite, in a way not using physical force
Yeah.
or anything, in a strange way.
Little mind attack.
Yeah, mind attack.
Okay.
Mind fuck.
And if these are like, what were those called? The Devourers? I swear to God, if these are like.
Bringing those back. The ones that took our stats.
Where arcane range spell?
Alright, let's do it.
So
We're doing it.
Thanks.
Your noodle.
Alright, sneak attack! No, I'm just kidding.
All right. I would like to know what you intend to do.
Right. So the yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna back up with and try and pull back Antiquity with me.
I don't think I think you got off Antiquity before you started.
I know, but
Yeah,
I'm
but
gonna
I'm
try
in
and,
the
Oh, I
like,
see.
games. Yeah.
yeah, cause like, yeah,
So
danger.
do you just like.
Just
Fuck
out.
this?
No, and I'd like to see if there's anything that I can pick up to defend myself, even though it's like a mental attack. I feel like I'm not processing that.
You need a perception check.
Tinfoil hat.
Didn't I give you a short sword?
You did, but I defense, not.
Right, like a shield.
Yeah. Fuck me. 7.
Why don't you use your braces of defense?
They're not attuned. Damn it.
I mean, why the fuck did we come here?
You don't see a shield or anything, but you see a stick next to you.
Perfect. That's even
That's
better.
what 7 gets you.
I actually, yeah, I've been wanting a staff, so
It's not like it's like a
I can
like
I'll
a
start
branch.
with a stick.
It's like a branch like this big, like a fallen tree branch. Maybe of a tree struck by lightning, which may be useful later.
Is it actually?
Yes.
Components!
I do pick up the
Yeah, the
stick
branch.
and kind of, like swatting as I'm going back and trying to pull back antiquity with me.
Can you give me an initiative roll?
A curious question.
Yeah.
If you have a branch struck by lightning, and you break it in two,
What did you roll?
you got 2 branches struck by lightning?
21.
Wow. Okay.
Am I rolling as well?
Sorry.
Am I rolling as well?
Do you know that you're in combat?
No.
Give me an initiative roll anyway.
Well, I'm gonna act surprised. Like,
I just need initial just to see where you fall within initiative. What did you roll?
21.
This will be fine.
18. But I'll be surprised. So,
Yep.
second round.
Surprise.
You
when
get to
surprised,
do something.
you
right
actually
now.
don't roll initiative until.
Well, I also
Yeah.
technically have alert.
Yeah, so you
don't
can
worry.
just
I got this. I got this. No, coat. Whoops.
Hurts every time, man.
What do you do? It's kind of your turn.
So he's
Yeah.
warding off
A
evil.
little girl.
Yeah. Okay, well, that's... I feel like I don't want to touch her again.
You don't have to.
Sorry,
Do anything.
what did he see when she, like,
I said like a flash,
like a flash of light, or like what was it?
yeah, like a flash of light.
So
like
like no
mental pain.
images or anything.
No image engraved yet.
Gotcha.
So am I pulling back antiquity successfully?
I assume so. I think he's not resisting.
Yep.
Okay.
You know. Antiquity. You know.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll take out the short sword that was given to me, and
What do you do with the stick?
Spider horse.
I guess I'll throw it just like
All
it's
right,
like
you throw the stick and pull up. If you're like,
Yeah.
shoot like that. All right, you do it.
and I feel like I'm not going to attack a little girl.
You don't have
do
to.
it.
Again, you don't have to. She hasn't harmed you. She
Yeah.
just has
She is hostile.
heavily threatened to harm
I'm just
you.
gonna.
She's attempted to harm you.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep retreating. I'm gonna be moving back.
All right. So let's say your movement, and let me just put her in just in case you guys do decide to kill her. I'll just use a D8 for now. Let's see you. Let's see over here. Let's say this scale for just for the sake of 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, just like that.
Yep.
You got more than 30,
I'll just take 30 and then
and
I'll
you're pulling this guy back with you.
and I'll ready an action in case she.
What are you ready? What are you readying?
If she's coming within my vicinity, I'm gonna try and chop her down.
All right. Good thing she doesn't need to do that. She's gonna take half as much of that movement, like 5, 10, 15, so that she's facing you. And give me another DC 12 intelligence saving throw.
I see this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I said you were like 12, 15 seconds away, so yeah. But give me a turn. Don't worry, I'll get to you. 6.
Yeah.
All right. So this time she kind of walks up innocuously and like she stares at you and like once again you feel that energy, except now it's enveloping you completely and you kind of like get flashes of horror and like looking at her like as the lightning strikes you see like a skeletal kind of like silhouette thing flash, and the psychic damage that comes upon you is of macabre origin, kind of like very deathly and bodies and blood and shit like that. Set up. Well, you take 4 points of psychic damage. And here's the fun part.
There's 2d10 plus 1.
No, it's just 2d10. But this is the fun part. What's your,
Oh, 6d6.
what's your intelligence score?
Oh, fuck off.
It is 12.
I hate this shit.
It's 12.
Not even. Walk out of here just dumb as rocks.
What?
You feel like,
You're dead.
you feel like it's, trying to enter, it's trying to drain your intelligence. It's trying to evacuate your consciousness.
Devour, you would say?
That's putting it on the nose, but yeah.
Alright, so I'm getting devoured.
You feel like it's trying to, but it does not succeed.
Oh, cool.
It does not succeed.
Neat.
Your mental fortitude, by monk resilience, kind of snaps it. Like you're having a psychic battle with this bitch, and you kind of like she just attacked you, and she tried to like worm your way in, and you just kind of like snapped it and like shattered, kind of that kind of thing. And she kind of recoils a bit, like
Cool. I feel like I can see it happening in anime.
yeah, totally. It's like imagine.
Not today.
That's what I'm imagining.
It's like Psyduck.
Do you say or do anything? Do you
No.
say like? Do you grunt in pain or?
I try and hold no emotion.
You try to hold no emotion.
Oh, you.
All right. So Antiquity, he doesn't seem very bothered by what's happening. No kind of grunt of pain. He kind of like stands back, and you see him pulling out a sword on a child. A child not unlike you, really, like long hair and short and.
900 years old.
Devours intelligence.
Yeah, it approaches. It approaches. You see it approach. You see her approaching him, and that's about kind of all
So
that
there's
happens.
no like obvious like
He tries to show.
display of psychic power.
He-
Like it's not like you see like something.
No,
glittering.
no,
It's
there's
just,
no,
like,
there's
she's
no
just
light
staring.
or anything. She just stare down, and he shows no emotion. He tries to show no emotion.
How successful are you?
Give me a performance check.
Like how successful are you at not showing emotion?
I feel like I'm not performing.
But no, you absolutely 100% are. You know when you like stub your toe and you pretend like you're not hurt.
I've never done that.
Fair enough.
You've never pretended to be
Neither
hurt
have I.
after stubbing your toe?
Yeah, I'm always just like, yeah, I don't know, ask anyone. I'm like, fuck!
Yeah, well, performance check then, because you're gonna pretend to not be hurt.
He does really well.
He does really well.
Does really well?
You know, I don't think you'll be able to tell except with like a
Facebook.
natural 20 insight, which you may roll if you'd like.
Nice.
What is that total?
8. 5.
Oh yeah, I thought I saw 17 for some reason.
No, 3.
That's what he needed to make 20.
Yeah, nope, I'm afraid not. But it is your turn.
Yeah, well, like, I ain't attacking this thing.
You could do any other things.
I'm pretty much still trying to figure out what's going on. Among another concern, did I see that body as we came in? Approximately how big was this guard?
He was a 5'9", well built, healthy. Well, at the time, was healthy looking for the time. If you gave him like a physical, healthy man who is no longer healthy.
Alright. Does Ko have my winter blanket?
I
That's
feel
a
like
question for
all
Kyle.
your stuff is just like I put it on the horse. Like, why wouldn't I?
Like
Perfect.
like the
Like I tied to the horse. I don't know. Why
like the bag of whatever.
Yeah.
Bag of holding.
Yeah.
Nice. Hope you like being naked.
Yeah, because it's about to happen. Alright, so I try to get accustomed to like what's on me, so that I can, as I'm transforming, like super cool, like throw the thing around me, grab my bag of holding thing, and like I'm gonna start going through that. And because I don't quite understand what's going on, but I see that Ko, for some unknown reason, looks like he wants to get in combat.
Yeah.
I'm mostly just gonna kind of support what he's doing, but go
And, like,
try to find
you
things on
saw
my
me
own.
like I touched her, recoiled, and then started pulling you
But
back.
I don't
and then
understand what's
drawing a
going.
sword.
I don't understand what's going on.
But like,
I rolled an insight check of 1.
okay, yeah,
Yeah, that's what he saw you like not flinch.
right, okay.
Yeah. So from what I understand, and it's antiquity, right? So I have to understand that, like, I get it as a player, but I have to stick with what my character knows. So what I'm going to do is, instead of putting the cloak on myself, I'm going to use my cantrip resistance and use the cloak as the material requirements for it. So as I get out of shape, I take the cloak that is falling down and like swoop it right over him, and I'm going to cast resistance, which is a cantrip.
Alright. What does resistance do?
Adds 1d4 to saving throws.
Alright. Solid. And do you transform back into a...
Into
in this room?
yeah.
Does transforming take an action? Because if it does, you're not going to be able to cast a cantrip and transform at the same time.
I think it does.
Could you double check that while we go to Valdeos and Tombar?
Alright.
Actually, sorry, before we do that,
Yeah.
actually, can you roll initiative? Actually, yeah, can you roll initiative for me?
From the birds.
Actually, that's nice. And you do see this happening in the distance, maybe not so overtly.
23.
So what you do see is, you see the part where he is now has a sword out, and he's backing away, and this little girl is kind of approaching.
So just to be clear here, she hasn't seen
She hasn't seen you.
me.
I don't know if you know whether or not she saw you.
Okay.
But she hasn't like looked at you. So like,
She hasn't.
Well,
looked
that's what like, I guess for the main purpose of like
using sneak attack.
having advantage,
Oh.
assassinate, like all of that shit.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. I mean, it's a little girl.
I know, but that's what I'm asking is like, A, has she seen me? Has she shown any sign of seeing me?
She has not shown no sign of seeing you.
Okay, so for all intents and purposes, I
Don't
like
think
this.
she saw you.
Okay.
Yeah, thanks. All right. So I'm not sure how much we recorded, but they've initiated combat with the girl. Valdeos and Tombar are on horseback, riding through the night in passionate format. Well, yeah, that's what's happening. They're about to they're charging through the rain. They're trying to make
How
it
tightly are you holding
in
on?
time.
I'm massaging
combat.
your shoulders.
All right. So you guys do that. You guys are on your way to combat. Did you figure out?
Yeah, you're totally you're next.
I'm right. All right, but you still roll high initiative, so it's still going to be your turn.
Yeah, no, I know.
So
It's just I'll never get to assassinate something.
Especially
except for that one dude that never.
I assassinated someone.
Yeah.
define assassin.
But like
see,
yeah,
that's
so,
much more clear cut to me. Like, you
What's
know,
that?
Nothing. Go on.
if you if a creature like goes into combat, it's now aware of danger, so it's like
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
That was my point.
Which makes a lot of
but
sense.
still, it's your turn. So you're about
I
now
shoot her in the face.
80 other feet away. But the question is, like, do you though? Like, she hasn't demonstrated any. Like, he's the one.
Yeah,
who
I shoot.
Okay,
her.
so like let's just really quick, just like
So I
character-
draw my
character-
bow. I draw my bow in ready action.
All right.
Just going around.
So
I just want to like.
So
character
here's what I
manipulate.
here's what I see.
All right,
I
tell me
see
what you see.
I see Ko with a short sword
Yeah.
up against a girl.
Yeah.
So I'm aiming my bow at Ko kind of, but also at the girl.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what's going on? So
Yeah.
I've got my bow ready because something's
Something's happening. You just exactly because he's a new. You don't
I
know if
also
he's
saw
he's a bit unhinged.
antiquity like
You just break him out of prison. Maybe
Yeah.
he's a child killer.
yeah, maybe he's a fucking
So
bird.
it's like
yeah.
you don't just say.
Can we just switch that? That's what I am.
And then he got naked, and then like, did you cast the spell? Did you cast the cantrip?
Yeah, you saw him get naked and like
You cast the cantrip. So they look like they're getting ready to kill this girl.
something like that. Well, maybe who knows? Maybe the blankets to shield her from the rain.
No,
Give me an insight check.
Lots
He
of weird
used
Give me
the-
an insight check.
He used the
Done
blanket.
with all this, like, I think this is happening. Give me an insight. Let me see what you're actually thinking.
20.
Natural?
Natural.
Wow, alright.
You got the gist.
Yeah,
You're in battle.
She's a devourer.
Is she trying to kill him?
you get the general idea. You feel like he is genuinely feel threatened for his life.
Okay, I'm gonna shoot her in the face.
Alright, a little merciless. a little excessive. But
Okay, she's hostile. Ready action. Ready action.
what are you ready? Well, okay,
Ready action. Shoot
yeah,
her in the
trigger,
face.
the trigger. I want the trigger.
If either of my party members show signs of distress,
Okay,
I'm
but
gonna shoot her in the
more
face.
specific. What does that would it look like?
Like what's it called? Like gesturing in fear or like that. Either of them. You know, if you want to show that you're dying, I'll help you.
I'll help you come.
Look at all of this fucking facade bullshit. I'm in combat, goddammit, I rolled initiative. I'm killing this bitch.
Oh.
Okay, well, I'm gonna take my short sword and try and attack this little bitch.
Son of a bitch!
Yeah, so let's see how that goes.
Yeah.
Get shot by a fucking arrow.
Hold up. No, fuck it, go ahead.
I feel like I resisted for 2 turns and then she mentally attacked me. I'm taking this little hell out.
Give me your attack roll.
Cool, so my first attack.
This is
Great. 10.
that'll miss.
Okay. So I was going to attempt to go and like slash her just like right across her chest.
You do that, but as the blade comes forward, you just kind of cut her hair.
Okay.
It's like, and she kind of like stands there with wide eyes.
And then
Is she a cute girl? Like, how cute is a girl?
How cute is, I don't know, how cute do you think a girl is?
Oh,
She's
like
very
a little, like a harmless looking girl. Like,
Yeah.
Like me.
Exactly.
you're a boy.
so I'm gonna use my other attack that is an
What, have
unarmed
you
attack
looked down there
that
yet?
after I use
So what do you do with
While you're naked.
well, like I slash with the
Yeah.
sword and then I'm going to try and just
What do
kick
we
her.
do about it?
Yeah.
Give me an attack
You
roll.
haven't asked what you've seen.
12.
That'll hit.
Yes.
Give me damage.
So he just slashed viciously.
Yeah, and now he's about to hit.
So 6.
Oh yeah, 6. No. So yeah, you see him slash and then kick almost humorously, just kind of like, gave her a fucking
A little
Sparta.
teep, yeah.
And she kind of like, yeah, she's like, and then she's like bleeding from the nose now. And she's kind of like,
I like
I asked you to help.
put my short bow down and I say, I yell, I say, Ko! What are you doing?
She is evil. And then I finish with my
Oh my god!
I don't want to buy your cookies.
my last attack. I'm gonna use the short sword once more and try and stab her in the forehead.
Alright. Go for it.
No answers.
I got a 2 here. That's
Not gonna be enough, I'm afraid. You kind of go for it, and it kind of stops short, but you're not sure whether or not you just didn't make it or if she somehow stopped it with her mind.
Son of a bitch.
Not her forehead though.
Yeah, so you see this happen.
Yeah.
I assume this hasn't triggered your action yet, where he just kind of kicked her in the face. He like slashed at her. The first thing you see, you kind of like you see eyesight confirmed visual. Your first confirmed visual is him holding a sword with a girl. Then he slashes her and kicks her, and then she goes to and she's like bleeding. She's in the rain. She's wet. She's
Can I do an
barefoot. She's got a
intelligence
teddy
check?
bear.
Can I do an intelligence check? Yeah, fuck you. Can I do an intelligence check of like, how aware am I of creatures that can cloak and like hide their true form?
Give me an.
Have I learned this in like Clan of the Femur
Give
school
me-
knowledge?
Some things are not going to look like the things that
Give
they
me
are.
It's not great.
What is it?
2.
I was gonna ask history or arcana. I don't
It
know.
would be 3.
That's
do
not
great with
gonna be
those
enough.
rolls, but I'm not going to roll for that because I'm just going
It will be your turn in a second.
Yeah.
It is her turn. And now she's kind of like, she gives you another one. Give me another DC 12.
Gives you another one.
Give me another DC 12. Saving throw.
There you go. 12.
13, actually.
Alright.
Thank goodness.
She is evil. Thanks. Thanks, Go.
He kind of like stares at you like,
Oh, plus he gets resistance.
oh yeah.
1d4.
God damn it. I should have targeted you. It is your turn. And she kind of goes like, don't kill me, like telepathically. She's murmuring. It's your turn.
Alright. So, like, I grab my bag midair as it's falling down from my horse body, and grab the bag, and like I'm opening it as like blindly do this, and I try to find my daggers. And then does that take me an action?
I believe interaction, but I think it should be okay. Interaction.
Okay.
Count as your interaction for the turn.
And then I'm gonna like, does it have any straps on it or anything?
What does?
The bag.
Yeah, I assume so. I assume it's like,
Like the straps that you would like tighten up, and then you can
Yeah.
use them to.
yeah, those.
Cool.
Like a gym bag, like a
Yeah.
from high school.
That's what I'm
Alright.
imagining.
So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna shove my arcanic focus, which also is now loose,
Yeah.
in there. Close the bag, strap it on, get my Kennethar daggers out, and I'm gonna run and Yeah.
Slasher. Yeah, go ahead. Give me attack rolls.
Why are you slashing him?
because I'm protecting him.
What? He just.
He just kicked her in the face, and he didn't show any sign of.
Yeah. He just like tried to kill her and kicked her in the
That's
face.
true.
If the party is killing people,
Oh, he's killing
Antiquity
people. It's not the
wants
party.
in.
It's not the party. He's killing people.
Yeah, Antiquity wants in.
That's
Kill
right.
people, sweet, all right.
All right.
I mean, that is true. Antiquity does like kill.
That'll hit.
That's 18.
Yeah, that'll hit. See me damage.
Just like
This is bullshit.
actually like
That's
no
pretty
remorse
hard.
for human
Uh,
life.
12.
That doesn't
That'll
make
hit.
sense.
That will
Pretty
hit.
much your
Yeah, that will
dick
hit.
right now.
Okay, so first one gets proficiency, second
ahead.
one doesn't.
Yep.
It's silver damage too, by the way.
Yep.
6. Actually 7.
I forgot to. No, yeah. Go ahead.
8 altogether.
That will be enough to kill the girl. So you kind of like tell me how you stab. Like where you stabbing her.
So I'm gonna like
I know the thing in having to
go
go.
across Ko, and I'm actually gonna try to like go under him, and I'm gonna like slash once like on the stomach, and the
Yeah.
second one as I come up, I'm gonna try to go for the neck.
Jugular, yeah. All right, you do that, and she starts bleeding out. She goes, ah, ah. And she like falls flat face down.
And then a
there's
giant demon comes out of her.
there's a silent, and a giant demon comes out of her.
Yep, sweet, cool.
Yeah, a giant demon comes out of her. That will probably trigger your.
Yeah. What's a giant demon?
It's not a giant demon.
Like what is coming out of it?
Actually, like we're all
It's
just
a
being
demon
like,
giant.
it's a giant demon. You're like, no, sorry, what? We're all like, what? The world's like, oh, you never heard?
No, I want to know what this giant
It's a
demon
fucking
is.
Monday, dude.
One of these.
Ah, a devourer.
Yes.
I want to see it.
It's a brain monster.
Oh, cool. Okay, cool. A devourer.
And intellect
Alright.
power.
Can we train it? Make it a horse.
I'm killing that thing. You have no idea
It's
what
got
those things kill
4
people.
legs or what?
You,
Yeah, it's got 4 legs.
you should be very happy that you rolled those saves right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd probably be dead.
You would be dead.
Can't all be so lucky.
Advantage?
Yeah, go ahead.
God. Wow. Holy shit. 13?
That'll hit.
That'll hit?
Yeah.
Sick. Can I get 2 more d6?
Yeah, I got a couple. All more.
I'll just take this guy's.
Sounds
So
fly,
I'm
right?
naked and standing.
Alright, so yeah,
Slightly
you
slashed.
well, yeah, and then he like sends an arrow, and the arrow flies right through the two cerebella, and yeah, just cleaves it in twain.
In what?
In twain. And yeah, it kind of like moves for a second, like it kind of comes out, but no sooner does it emerge than does it fall slain, and kind of like starts oozing out.
Oh, so it died.
Yeah, he killed it.
Cool.
He shot an arrow and just kind of cleft it in twain.
I told you.
It's evil.
I'm never doubting you again, Ko.
Thank you.
That's a character arc, by the way.
Yeah.
I'm actually never gonna doubt you again.
As this
Best friends last time.
as this happens, the eyes of Tolomar roll up in their steed in time to witness both the killing of the little girl and the dismembering of the brain creature.
So as this creature gets like slain, I like
Slain in twain.
stand back up, grab my cloak, and
All right, you do that.
yeah,
Shy?
Yeah, I was gonna say, are you shy?
it's raining. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Right. Right.
It's cold outside. Okay. Oh, what is this genitalia?
No, so can any of us roll perception on having sensing that? Like, no, seriously. He's
Alright.
trying to conceal it, right?
All right, go for it, both of you.
Oh god. You're so lucky.
Give me a stealth check or a sleight of hand check.
17.
21.
Fuck.
Here comes a natural 20.
No way.
No way. I'll inspa point it.
It looks like a
You'll
genitalia.
inspa point it?
It's 16.
That's not gonna be enough
Yeah.
for to stop it unless you want to insta.
Antiquity's a girl.
Antiquity's a girl. Alright.
There's a vagina.
A vagina.
A vagina.
Well,
A
no
900-year-old
girls in the band,
vagina.
Kill that
Rule
bitch.
number 1.
Drown the children.
Drown.
I immediately hit on Antiquity.
No sooner does he see some puss. Alright.
I'm surprised.
Hit on anything shivering in a cloak.
Thalladius Tombar.
Naked.
I learned it from my father. Thalladius Tom, for fuck's sake. Thalladius and Tombar. What do? You just arrived here to witness a
What's going on here?
horrible night for a murder.
Antiquity's a girl.
I'm seeing them tomorrow night.
Same.
What was that?
See you there?
I pointed the cleft
Now that you know it is.
Savage.
I pointed the cleft devourer. What went on?
It was some sort of mind beast. It got in my head and showed me.
A little leopard.
Little leopard.
Got your head there.
Got me, we hit.
Got in your head.
Changed my accent today.
Intelligence down 5. I'm just Scottish.
Like this wherever I am.
Scotland.
That's great. That's a good excuse for
Just
it.
the way I am. I'm a monk.
Yorkshire monk.
Yes, I was.
Deft as a cranberry, is it?
Alright.
It was some sort of mind beast that got inside of my mind. It showed me horrors, murder, death, etc.
It seemed as though
It was
possessed
inside the girl?
the body of a little girl. Yeah.
I think we.
Okay.
What? That's what. What do you make of it?
Perhaps we should be wary that there are perhaps other mind beasts around.
Yeah, definitely. What did you guys see in the back?
Bodies.
Bodies.
More bodies.
About a dozen. They all seem to be facing the same direction, with no wounds.
Interesting.
I feel as though this beast attacked with the soul or the spirit, not the physical body.
Their weapons had blood on them. Was the girl injured?
Really have to do an autopsy now to figure out cause of death.
Well, we know cause of
Yeah,
death.
you saw it firsthand.
Knife to the jugular.
And she did look injured.
Okay.
She did look injured.
No, she did not look injured.
She did not look injured until I kicked her. It was a swift kick.
Then their weapons must have met others.
Yeah. There might be more though. You should stay on our
You
toes.
feel a darkness surrounding you.
Has anyone seen Orwell Fitch?
No.
None of the corpses?
Not that we know of.
And check.
Maybe we should head to the chapel.
It is where we were going before we heard your commotion.
Trouble with the little girl.
So judgmental.
Does he see the giant monster that came?
Yeah, he does. He
Okay,
does.
it's not like something that got
It's not like
defeated
all
and
crazy.
disappeared.
No, he's being a fucking dick.
Withers away.
Just a little girl.
She was tough, okay?
She was at least 12.
Antiquity. Are you alright?
Yes, I'm alright.
More lightning, thunder, rain. You feel.
And during the lightning, we see the shadow.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
You do not see a chapel,
Fancy.
but as the lightning emits, you all kind of see like just for a split second before before the darkness hits again. You see like silhouettes of shadows, as though there's like people there, but there aren't actually any people there. And yeah, just kind of for a split second.
I'm really gonna ready my fork.
Did you guys see that?
I think we have company.
Antiquity, did you see that?
Did I? Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
You guys all saw it. Passive perception.
Alright, we should get moving. Let's head to the chapel. What's about you? Daggers out. I take my daggers out.
Daggers out. Oh yeah, sure. Follow you a little bit.
Yeah, we keep moving towards
So you
the.
get on the horses. I need more detail.
Well,
Is there
we're on the horse.
Yeah,
but only
Bars,
there's
wagons,
no other
armored
horses.
horses. I guess that's
I
what
get
it
on
is.
trinket.
So are you guys kind of leading the way, the two of you?
He probably remembers.
Yeah, I remember the way of the
So you're leading the way on,
chapel,
I guess, a trot pace, and
Yeah.
the three are keeping.
Yeah, I'm watching the back.
You guys are
Possible.
watching the
And I'm
flank.
gonna keep in between, but I'm also
Okay, you are.
going to keep my eye out for anything that branch, for example, if I can see it, and also like anything oak.
I think he. Do you still have the branch?
He threw it on the
Oh,
ground.
you threw it on the
Yeah,
ground.
throw it on the ground.
You saw him throw it on the ground earlier, before he kind of
And I
departed.
could, like,
so
identify it.
you could give me an investigation
Still
check
going.
and see if you.
Yeah, it's got 22 minutes, but I set the time.
That's 6.
You notice that he threw it away and it's just a branch. I don't know if you noticed any other properties of it, like some sort of charring or anything, but
Perfect. So then I'm looking for like anything that could resemble like oak. I'm trying to get something to cast Sparkskin. Anything that can resemble oak or any bodies that would be of my size.
give me a history check. It won't matter that much in a few minutes, but
6.
put a pin in that.
Do I see you like looking on the ground?
Give me a
Yeah, it's still recording, right?
Yeah, it's got 22 minutes though.
give me a perception check.
Do you want to hit the camera?
No, I'm gonna wait and see when it dies.
Okay.
Is the timer still going?
19 plus 8.
Can you get it going?
27.
I just want to see how much time passes.
Yeah, do you want another 20?
Yeah, sure. Unless I restart it.
27.
That's a lot. Yeah, no, you noticed her looking. Yeah.
I just say, Antiquity, maybe not the best time to be foraging around. We should try and make our way to the chapel as fast as possible. Keep your wits about you.
You spectating?
I'm not sure if you notice, but I don't have any armor or anything that I can wear.
I take off my cloak of Elvenkind, and I give it to you.
Okay.
And I say, wear this for now.
Yeah. So I put it on. I
You
have
wear
no
a
idea
slightly
what it is.
oversized,
This
but
is mine forever.
I
you
swear
wear a
to God.
slightly oversized cloak of elven kind.
Perfect.
Solid.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just a clue.
For
So
now.
now I'm just like I'm just wearing my leather armor, and like the bracers, and
And you're just kind of in the rain, yeah.
There's
Does
like
it
this.
have any additional AC, or is it just like...
No, it's just a. If you're attuned to it, it has magical properties.
Yeah.
For all intents and purposes, it's a cloak.
It just covers me.
I say just keep moving.
Alright, and you guys make your way through the camp at a trot pace.
Pull up my like
Pull up
thing
the
just to keep myself
yeah,
warmer.
keep yourself
Doesn't
warmer.
happen.
You feel well. You can see as you're moving, and with every kind of lightning that strike, you see the shadows getting kind of denser, and kind of closer and more curious, to the point where you feel like that you're now kind of in imminent danger. Please roll initiative.
20, not natural.
12. I got 8.
21.
Fuck you.
Mark?
You know, like in what's it called? What's that game called? On TV.
Jackpot?
No, the price is right.
Price is Right. Yeah, Price is Right.
Oh,
Just like, yeah. Fuck you.
Where's my D20?
Yeah, exactly.
Fuck.
It's a great strategy.
That was
Fuck
so nice.
Just make a guess.
yeah, you piece of shit.
But then if you like hit that exact one and they miss by $1, and you
Yeah.
Yeah, that always sucks. Alright, I can't
I
probably
would
do
honestly watch like a Price is Right compilation greatest type moments.
you should watch the like the guy who was like the best Price is Right player ever.
Yeah, he knew the prices for everything.
Yeah, I saw that one.
Amazing.
Drew Carey like didn't like was like really like not impressed. He was like, he was just like shooting the shit. He basically thought it was never gonna get aired because he thought the guy was cheating and he wouldn't get the money.
Interesting.
Yeah, it was interesting.
That's crazy.
Yep.
Nick, is it just me or is that Laugh Lamb over there briefly suggestive?
Dude, I said the same thing earlier too. I was like putting it in my ass and I was like, this no.
Alright, so you guys kind of keep moving forward, but now you feel like,
What do we see?
you see like with the darkness you see very little, almost nothing. But as the lightning strikes, you see stuff like hands kind of like clutching towards you. But you haven't been attacked. You haven't received a physical attack yet. But you do notice very much that there is danger. And as you move, you kind of can see the chapel off in the distance.
How far?
About 60 feet. So 60 feet away from the chapel. 60 feet away from the chapel. And at this point, you kind of so as I described it, you see like the last lightning strike. You see like shadows clutching at you. Do you any reactions?
We're in combat right now.
You feel like you're. I don't like using the term in combat, but you feel like you are essentially at any moment, you might be snatched into the darkness and fade into obscurity. So if you call that combat, then sure.
I just say like also in Elvish like get to the chapel as fast as you can.
Can we, Tom, or you want to just dash?
That's
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're riding together.
yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, all ass boys.
Yeah.
Let's all ass.
Who is riding together?
Yeah, I'll give the
Tom Bartholadius?
yeah, I'll give Quicksilver a little snap of the reins and get him moving into the chapel.
Well, you move towards the chapel.
Yeah,
There.
towards
So
the chapel.
what do you want us to do here?
I whip Quicksilver's ass with my tail.
All right. Yeah, you do
Wounds
that.
it for a D4.
Making him move. You better not use that tail for an attack roll later. So you make it kind of move a little bit
Yeah.
faster.
You could like slap someone, or you could like punch him in the face. Like
It doesn't. Forget I said
Just distract.
that. It's like tail whipping Pokemon. It doesn't do damage.
Good, because he's still injured.
Who is?
Quicksilver.
Quicksilver.
Oh yeah, he hasn't bothered. That's a
I'm
good point.
keeping track.
Probably kill him. Who's in the back? Who's in the
Oh,
back? 1, 2, 3. In the back.
If that tail did do damage,
I think Matthias, you're furthest in the back.
Yes.
Yeah.
You don't get hit by anything, but you kind of in the corner of your eye with your dark vision see a darker patch of shadow in a blade-like fashion, kind of like trying to like decapitate you.
Stab me. Okay, cool.
And you kind of like dodge just in time so as not to get decapitated. You see that happen.
Wait, so did we dash into the church?
No, you guys dash to the front gates of the church, which I'm about to get to in a second as soon as Matthias tells me what he does.
Well, is it my turn? Like, what?
Yes.
Oh,
Well, it's actually Antiquity's turn.
okay. So,
But Antiquity and you, yeah. So Antiquity is your turn.
So we're at the front entrance of the church.
No, you're in the back with Matthias getting attacked by shadows.
Divine light anyone?
Dig it.
yeah, dude, that's fucking awesome, man.
Yeah, I think I might stick with it for a while.
Yeah, okay, that's a good stash.
Can someone grab the Lysol from the kitchen? And we're gonna need to raise this in a second.
Anyone know where it is? The Lysol.
The Eye of Lysol.
Where's that Lysol at?
Okay, so
Not quite sure.
Yeah, but seriously, we have.
Do I see Tombar?
No.
Oh yeah, we
Beg
can
your
have a party.
Tombar's further away from me.
Tombar and Pilates are both on the horse by the front door of the chapel.
But we're a bit off.
You guys are slightly further behind, about 30 feet behind.
Was that the wrong Lysol?
No, it's not her.
Oh yeah.
Alright, so I'm gonna like
It's the last one.
What about the yellow one?
I don't know where
the yellow one.
Body yellow one.
I'm gonna like pull like a classic movie move
That looks like it's not.
and like
very
put my
good.
back
No, it's like surely
to
long.
Matthias,
Alright.
and I'm just gonna like ready action to attack anything that comes
How
at
was
me.
the show?
Alright. So he's got his back to you. She's got her back to you, and ready. She's preparing to react. Now it's your turn.
Yeah, the harmonies were sweet.
What do I see them doing? Are they like looking into the?
I'm just running.
These two on the are by the front steps of the.
So I'm following his movement.
And
I know because I was
so
there.
it, like I'm following behind.
Yeah,
That's
and
Teachers do-
Ko is just in front of both of you.
I went twice, yeah. I was chilling in White Rock. And,
I just told him like run to
got
the
called.
chapel as fast as you can.
I got 2 tickets for Roger Waters.
Like
One?
I can use my cunning action at any point to dash. to the
Yes.
chapel.
That's true.
So I'm just.
What's the
Are you ready? Any sort of action?
That's tight. Yes, I'll still
I'll
take
ready,
it.
like,
When should I meet you? It's like, no,
an
we'll
attack
already go.
action.
There's 2 tickets for you, so
if
you can
someone
bring
tries to
some.
attack me again.
Okay.
Actually, like,
Alright,
like
sounds good.
is something right
College
face to
girls
face me
trying
trying
to
to
with
attack?
me.
Like this shadow?
Great.
The show.
You guys try to want to react to
Got
attack.
seats As
Yeah.
the
Like
lights
is
went
that
down.
thing trying to kill me?
And,
Yes.
Yeah. Absolutely. I'll
and
kill
you
you.
were
back.
sitting like,
All right, got it.
yeah, sitting up in like a
Sorry,
club
guys.
private
Danny,
section.
if you guys just take it to the kitchen, thank you.
Sitting in a private section up there. So it was super
all right.
comfortable.
So like that's kind of the way I want to know like where exactly is it like where?
It's okay. So basically, there's a mass of them, and it's attacking from the darkness of the shadows. So you can't really pinpoint an actual location. You can attack the darkness.
I'm running to the chapel, man. I'm not gonna attack darkness. Like
I
what?
attack the dirt.
Like what?
Missile.
Stab in the dark.
Okay, so it kind of you do that. You kind of get to the chapel with them, and you guys just got there earlier by a bit, and you come upon the Forlorn Chapel on the north side of town. Actually, it was the west side of town, northwest.
You're on the wrong side of town.
The front wooden double doors are closed and covered with dark abrasions. Upon closer inspection, you see bloody hand marks streaked netherly. The windows perceivable from the front are heavily boarded, with broken glass strewn on the ground below.
Fetch!
So yeah, you come upon essentially a barricaded and closed wooden door, abrasions like hand marks as though people tried to get in and
Bang
got
on the
dragged.
door with the butt of my fork and yell Fitch's name.
All right, you do that. You guys see this happening through you as well as Tombar. You see him doing that like bang, 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 Fitch. Any reactions?
As we're like getting towards the door, if I see this, I'm gonna like I've already used my cutting action to dash. I'm definitely gonna ready action to like swipe at anything that like does attack me. So like if it's you know what I mean like if it's that, if I see that same thing where like a blade is coming towards me, I'll attack it first. Basically.
Where's my initiative? Okay, so you make it to the front door and you're kind of knocking on the door. Does that elicit? So real quick before I take my turn, does that elicit any reactions from anybody? He's kind of there knocking at the door. You guys are just got there, the three of you. Tombar, you've been there as well. You stand next to him as he does this. And the three of you kind of just arrive and witness and see the barricaded door, the hand marks as though people tried to get in and were maybe dragged away.
Yeah. But so like if you try the door, like it's very
It's locked.
Okay. And
he's like smashing it.
knocking and yelling. And
Do I
all
remember if it opened in or out? Like
did it open in or
It opens out.
It opens out. I guess I'll just do it. In the name of Altarius, open this door!
As you say that, you hear him say, "You will not deceive me again, demon. Away with you."
Okay, perception check on the chat.
Go ahead. What are you trying to perceive?
Any kind of entrance. 24. Any kind of entrance from the top, so I'm looking at the top windows, etc.
There
Like
may
any kind
be.
of do I remember it having like a chimney or
It
something?
does have a chimney, and it does not only have a chimney, but probably a little bit easier, a steeple with a bell hanging, which you might be able to. So that's like all the way up top, and you could save your own skin and relay it.
I'm saving everyone's skin if I do this. Yeah.
Alright, give me an acrobatics check.
I'll open the door from the inside. How fucking 20, not natural.
Still good enough. You guys see him begin to scale the chapel, kind of nimbly. You probably assume he's going to go up for the top. As he does this, Antiquity, what's your AC? 10. You get attacked twice by shadows, two different ones from the darkness. The first one doing 4 damage, the second one doing 8 damage. You take 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 damage total, necrotic damage. I just need to remember one thing.
Are these shades?
I don't know what they are. It's darkness. Where did I put you? Don't look.
So remember the drain. I can't remember.
There we go.
The drain strength, whatever.
Because I was pissed. Because that's all Udog had.
Oh.
That's the only stat.
Yeah, I remember. Okay. Also, where are my d4s? There we go. You also lose that many strength points.
That's crazy. So 4, 6.
4. You lose 4 strength. You feel the life being drained from you.
Yeah, these are shades.
All I know is that Tombar's our new best friend.
Matthias, you're already scaling. You were long gone. Valdeos. Sorry, Tombar.
Well, sorry. Well, like, do I get to go to the bell?
Yeah,
Well,
you're heading
So
up.
I'm okay.
Do I get to
just let me know
react?
where
You made it all the way to the top and have gotten to the top of the bell.
Perfect.
Do I get to react to that? Because my
Oh
reaction
yeah, you
was
had a
to
reaction.
swing
Yeah,
at
you can take a
whatever.
reaction. Absolutely.
Cool. So daggers wild, just 1, I guess, because it's just a reaction.
Yep.
10.
10 will miss.
Cool.
Will not be able to hit. You'll kind of hit the darkness and kind of dissipates before you as you swing. It kind of like evaporates and then comes back, reconstitutes itself very easily.
Tombar's.
Tombar's turn?
No, it's not Tombar's turn.
That's right.
It's your Tombar's turn to get attacked. What's your AC again?
19.
What did I roll?
9.
Okay, I'm gonna miss both of those, but you feel the darkness coming to you, and you take your, I assume your brave. Do you have your shield up?
I do.
Yeah, your brave Alturia's shield deflects the darkness as it washes and waves over you, kind of like securely hold it and do so. And Valdeos, what was your AC?
15.
You'll get hit by one of the shadows.
Unless they're attacking me on my back.
You'll get hit regardless.
Is this is any of this spell damage?
It's necrotic damage.
Okay.
Getting hit for 5 necrotic damage. And your spell point, your strength score is reduced by 2.
Oh, when do you start getting minus points to things?
You
You
don't.
don't.
Once you
You
get to
die.
0, you'll die. Once you get to 0 strength, you're dead.
Yeah, that's how these things kill you. They don't do a lot of damage, but they set strength for you.
Ko, it's always your AC.
16.
You get missed both times. Antiquity, it's your turn. So yeah, you guys just heard him say, off with you darn demons. Something to that extent.
Does my character know anything about demons?
Oh, absolutely not. You can't even understand what he's saying. Actually, sorry, you can understand what he's saying. You hear the voice. The voice that he speaks with a voice, but you understand it as though it's Elvish.
What do I know about demons? Darkness and that kind of stuff. I know a lot about darkness.
Give me an Arcana check. What are you trying to get at? What's your goal? What are you trying to
I
find
have
out?
mistletoe with me.
Mhm.
Lots of it. Lots of.
You do have lots of
mistletoe
mistletoe
with
with
you. So basically,
make
what I
out?
want to do is I want to try to see if I can create some sort of barrier.
What sort of barrier? Do you have a spell?
Fire.
Okay, go for whatever you want to do.
Like just fucking roleplay shit.
Go for it. No. I know what you're saying. I just want to know if there was a specific spell you're trying to cast.
Supernatural shit.
I know what you're saying. I know exactly what you're saying. Trust me when I say I've already thought it.
Does mistletoe to spell demons? Is that
To bards. I mean,
Just give me a roll.
Druids,
Do it.
like it's a nature thing, right?
Just
I
give
don't
me a
know.
roll.
Do
I'm
it.
just trying to sanctify some shit.
Give me.
What am I rolling for?
Arcana, nature.
Yeah. First of all, give me an Arcana check.
Sure.
21.
21 is pretty good. You feel now that you've kind of laid out these herbs in this array, and you start kind of trying to incant anything, trying to kind of improvise, as it were. Kind of opening your eyes, and you look, and you kind of feel a glow. You realize that you're missing something in order to try to cast the spell you want. First of all, you feel like it's a spell that's beyond. You're trying to cast a spell that's beyond your capabilities. But you're trying nevertheless. But not only is it beyond your capabilities physically, but you feel like you're missing something. And that Arcana check will even let you know that you feel like you're missing a stone, some sort of rare stone or valuable stone might actually come in handy in trying to complete the spell that you're trying to cast.
Would I know what kind of stone this is?
Yeah, you're trying to cast Hallow.
Would I know what kind of stone this is?
Oh, sorry. Sorry, I thought you said you cast what kind of spell this is. Yeah, it is. I said stone. Sorry, not stone. Not stone. Incense. Sorry, I read that incorrectly. You need incense.
Can I not improvise one out of the mistletoe I have?
You don't need. It's not regular incense. It's magical incense that you can try.
second timer just went off? But it's still good.
Thank you.
Setting it up.
Yeah, so like I'm invoking anything that I would know as like my
boundaries are
900 years of ancient druid training, right?
Give me a nature check.
Uh, 10.
Unfortunately, you're not able to convert the mistletoe into any sort of incense. but I will allow a very miniature kind of version of this spell being cast kind of just solely on your person to repel a single attack, effectively functioning as kind of like a single improvised single-use barrier. That kind of is like the most improvised like slapdash version of the spell you could possibly make with those rules.
Okay.
But you feel like there's something deeper here that you might be able to access that you don't have quite access to yet. Matthias, it's your turn now.
I'm at the bell?
And you're at the top of the bell,
I'm
and
gonna
there's
slide
a
down.
rope. Yeah,
I'm gonna slide down the rope.
you slide down calmly.
As I slide down, it rings the bell.
I assume so. Those things are. I don't think that there's a way of doing that.
No,
right
I
now.
know. That's
There
fine.
is actually a way of doing it. Give me an insight check. I guess I shouldn't let you. If you can't think of it as a character, I probably shouldn't let you.
As a player.
As a player, yeah.
Yeah, there is.
There's a way to do it, but can you think of it?
Well, like, technically, you have to pull the rope,
Yeah.
and it goes back up, and then the bell is moving. So if I just like put my weight onto the rope and then like
Hold it in place.
exactly,
Yeah.
then I can just
Yeah, you
slide
can do
down.
it that way. Yeah. But basically, as when you get to the body, you would have to make sure
Yeah,
it doesn't.
exactly.
All right, so you do that.
Yes.
You kind of come down to the bottom.
As soon as I get to the base of the chimney, I like carefully bring myself upside down, so that I can bring my head first and peek to see where Orwell pitches.
Okay. Give me like just a easy acrobatics check.
15.
Good. Fine.
It's like when you hear that, it means I rolled shit.
Yeah. When I hear the dice falling, where did the music go? You slide down. You kind of like peek your head. You see an old man.
Can I do a quick stealth?
At the sorry, actually, you don't see the old man because you're in a different room as the old man. You are now in a kind of a comfortable, pleasant kind of room. There's a fireplace across from you, and you're kind of at the corner of the room at the end. And it's like there's a fireplace lit, and it's kind of pleasant, warm.
I'll come down as slowly as possible, thing everything, and just
Slowly?
stay as stay as stealthy as possible, so I don't.
All right, you do that. You manage to do that. You still have probably some movement left, I'd say.
Oh yeah, if not, like
Most of it.
yeah, I'll go up to like
There's a door to this room, and
I'll-
upon opening it, you find yourself in the main chapel area. I'm not sure if you were in the chapel before.
I was yeah.
Okay, yeah, you remember kind of vaguely now you're in the chapel area, and you kind of peek over and see him kind of like by the door like that,
Okay, I'm gonna sneak up on
kind
him.
of like a crucifix type. Yeah.
I'm gonna sneak up on him, or try to.
All right, give me a stealth check.
17.
1. Is that a 1?
Or
He's,
7, I'm not sure.
he is unaware. That's the 1. He's,
I sneak up to him as fast as possible.
all right, you do that successfully.
I'm gonna choke him out.
Give me a grapple advantage.
Oh, 17.
I'll take disadvantage on my counter.
Will not be enough. You successfully apprehend him.
Can I choke him out?
Like,
Rear naked choke him.
yeah. I'll put him to sleep.
Oh, yeah. Oh, those things. That's what those things do.
I believe you.
Yeah.
I assume so. I'll make a saving throw.
Sure.
I'll make a Constitution saving throw to see if I can.
Resist being
yeah,
put to sleep
let's
through
say-
a rear
let's
naked
say-
choke.
Let's say a DC 14.
Sure.
Better than my spells.
What's your strength?
What's
That's
yours?
just 10.
So DC 13.
13.
Damn. Does he make it?
He makes
Yeah.
it.
Okay, so just to give you an idea of what I did.
Yeah.
I snuck up behind him. He had no idea what I was doing.
Yeah.
I put my arm around him and locked up his neck.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'll tell you what he did.
Essentially,
I'll tell you what he did. He like just at the very last second he managed to get his like arms in there, or at least an arm in there. He's high adrenaline. He kind of like he's stopping himself from getting choked out, and he goes, "Ved retro satana."
I'm not. I say, do you remember us?
He goes,
We're stuck out there, and you let everyone die in your city. You let everyone die in your community.
He goes. They were all dead the moment the demons made it in.
I-
And you are no different. You're just another one of them demons. is.
Okay. Alright, I need to do something now. So I feel like I've done a lot. I'm not sure what you'll allow me to do.
What
at
do
this
you
point.
want to do?
What I want to do is like shove him to the ground and open it.
Open the door?
Yeah. Like I want to like push him to the side, like toss him to the
That'll
side.
wait till next turn. Tomar, it's your turn.
Alright. So.
Isn't it their turn?
No. I'm keeping track. They just went. And then you went, and then...
Alright, so I will. To the door, I will say, Fetch, fetch, in the name of Altarius, open this door! And as I shout that, I'll pull my holy symbol from inside my shirt,
Yeah.
and then I will turn to the darkness, and I will use my channel divinity to utter ancient words that are painful for Fae and fiends to hear. So as an action, I present my holy symbol, and each Fae or fiend within 30 feet of me that can hear me must make a wisdom saving throw, and on a failed save, the creature is turned for 1 minute or until it takes damage.
Out of curiosity, it does also include undead on that list, or just Fae and
Let me see. It says... Fuck. It just says Fae or Fiends. So, if they're
What
not,
is it called?
then...
What is the spell called? Or
It's
the-
called Turn the
Sort of-
Faithless.
It's like
Yeah, turn the
like
faithless.
part of like channel divinity.
Turn the faithless.
It's,
Undead.
it's only in the paladin.
Yeah, no, I know what it is. I'm just trying to think if it doesn't include the word undead in there, does it affect the undead?
Yeah, well, it's possible it doesn't, but I mean, I think,
fiendish.
you know, Tonbar doesn't.
Yeah.
Tonbar wouldn't.
It does not affect the undead. I'm
Yeah.
gonna just based on raw rules is written.
Whoa. That's a great spell.
Turn the faithless.
Hello.
Oh yeah. That's what you walk into. That's why do you think you can understand them? Keep reading. Keep reading. There's a reason you can understand him. You do that, and like you hear the shadows like screech in defiance, like well, kind of darkness screeching like in defiance of your power. But you do feel Altarius' strength course through you.
Yeah.
And you feel like if there were any, faithless around, or anyone alive to have faith, that they surely would.
Be turned.
Yeah, be
Yeah.
Is it still recording by the way?
Yep.
So then, with that, I guess that my so that's my action.
Yep.
So I'll just I'll say to anyone here, these are not fiends. These are something else.
Are they Fae?
Valdeos, it's your turn.
Going to turn around, and do I see one within range of my portal?
You are attacking a mass of darkness, so they're all in it. There are there are at least 9 just within the front of it, but it's basically a ball of darkness.
Fuck.
And they're switching places with each other really, really fast. So it's really difficult to isolate a single one of them. But you can attack the mass, and you'd surely be doing
Maybe
damage.
they'll get 2 with each prong of the fork.
Yeah,
I would like to just stab the mass.
get a tackle.
Okay. So that's what you picked as the DM effect for that additional extra effect then? Okay.
Thumbs.
Nick, did you want
My
to
character doesn't know
I
that.
got a 1.
A 1.
But that is pretty cool.
You rolled a
Sorry. On top of that, I need you to roll a saving throw.
Oh,
For what?
For the fork.
kind of
for
saving
for using the fork. It will be what did I decide last time?
oh, so you get +2 for your saving throw because you knew me.
Good save. Actually, pretty good synergy when you can consider it. Where did I write it down?
Was it charisma?
Not as cool as daylight.
Fucking
Daylight
wrote it
would've
down.
been cool.
Is that it?
It's okay. I didn't cast a spell. I don't get to choose what it does.
I wrote it down, but I
I
forgot.
think I've got it here as con saving throw of 16.
That sounds exactly about right. Yeah. Could you give me a DC 16 con saving throw?
11 plus 4 plus 2 is 17.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll make it. You make it, but kind of trying to stab and putting all your weight into it, you stumble a bit into the darkness. Yeah, it's not good.
No.
Provoking an opportunity attack from two of them.
Holy shit.
Love it.
Oof. And they'll both hit you.
Is my AC increased by a Tombar?
Does not make a difference because those are plus 4s.
Yeah, the AC is increased. The only thing that's increased is that we all have, or if you're within 10 feet of me, a resistance to damage from spells.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I forgot to mention that while in dim light or darkness, the
Anything.
shadow will take a hide action as a bonus action, which they've been doing. Sunlight weakness, amorphous. Yep. Let's do this. You take 7 plus 2 is 9 plus 9 plus 2 is 11. You take 20 damage.
Holy shit.
I just rolled 6. I just rolled insane.
Yeah.
I just rolled like 2 6s and
20 damage.
yeah.
I thought you said 9 plus 2.
9 plus 2 plus
Both of their modifiers.
no, plus the other attack. I did 2 attack rolls.
Jesus.
9 plus 2 was 1 attack roll when I rolled 6 and 3 plus 2. We're not done.
Get fucked.
We're not done.
Alright.
Strength.
That's a lot. I'm rolling like a maniac. You guys can see that, right? That's 7 points of 7 strength.
What?
Alright.
What's your strength now?
5.
Oh my god.
You're really close to dying.
Right on.
Yeah, you feel death is near.
Can I finish my turn?
Yes.
Alright.
Attack again.
I'm going to use some movement and get back to the door. And then I half want to attack the door, but we need the door.
It's like that classic conundrum. You need to go through the door. Can't damage the door. The only way to get through the door is by damaging the door.
Some of the puzzles are the simplest, really. Most of your elementary puzzles. You could do something like scream for help or aid or
Why don't we just
healing.
get like a fire?
It is raining.
Okay, magic fire.
Not a bad idea.
Oh, for one of the guys who wants to
Hellish
just
Rebuke.
attack me, yeah, I'm just gonna use Hellish Rebuke.
Oh yeah. Give me
Fuck them both.
yeah. I have to roll a saving throw.
3d10 fire damage.
I just have to roll a saving throw, I believe. Am I wrong?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I think it's a strength saving throw.
Or is it just a reaction?
Doesn't it do
Or am I
half
wrong?
damage if
I might be wrong. Hold on.
It's just
It's his reaction.
Yeah,
but
I
I
think
think
I'm-
you still have to roll a saving throw. don't you?
Usually you do, but let me just make sure.
You got access there.
Yep. Nope, there's no saving throw.
Evil.
Yep. No, it's a reaction.
Fucking say that.
Yeah, give me damage.
Woo.
So 22.
22 is a ton of damage.
Yeah, she rolled a 10.
You kind of, you hellish rebuke, you engulf the entire darkness and it illuminates the entire camp. Shadows streak across. I think so.
Sweet.
Yeah. I think you.
The
okay, yeah, I
fire
was describing the fire. I was describing the carnage. Yeah, with the fire, you kind of like engulf the whole area in flame, and you see the shadows like kind of scatter away in like that split second of luminosity. And yeah, you see some of them like skitter away from the light, which they seem to not like very much.
Wall of fire, motherfuckers.
So yeah, you kind of have like you've at least run a few of them off, but there's still quite a few in mass. And as the fire wears off, you slowly see it start to reconstitute and come back.
Is there
But,
still one close enough for me to hit?
yes,
Then
there's
I'll-
still the mass is still
I will still take a second.
So go ahead, give me a saving throw.
Natural 20.
Whoa. That's excellent. You can give me an attack with advantage.
Sorry.
Nine plus 7 is 16.
That'll hit. Give me damage to start.
So that is 2d8 plus 6. Two d8 plus 6 piercing.
Yep. It's also a magical weapon.
So that's 15 plus 6, 21 damage.
Yeah, you do 21. So you're stabbing through, with the fire kind of engulfing a couple, maybe even cleaving, and the other one kind of going through. You witness two of them kind of being skewered and like they're getting drained into the actual staff. You can help yourself to some temporary hit points. I can remember.
Sick.
1d4 plus 9.
Yeah, 1d4 plus 9 temporary hit points.
4 plus not temporary strength.
4. So 4 plus
9.
9.
13 temporary hit points.
That's great.
I think you just write there's a temporary hit box.
And
Hit point box.
and as that happens, you hear kind of in your mind the staff speak to you like, "Thank you."
You're welcome.
Bitch.
But yeah, it's just carnage.
I feel like if I use this fork enough, it's gonna turn on me.
For now,
Yeah.
you know what? There's gonna be like a diminishing returns section, so you can probably like use it just enough and then toss it,
That's like the dark side.
or get it decursed somewhere. You know, Rick style. There are ways. There are ways. Okay, Ko, it's not your turn.
Alright, having seen that Matthias jumped up and is theoretically safe but hasn't opened the door, I'm gonna spend a key point and use my double jump and get on the roof and hopefully jump right onto the roof and right into the hole and
It's one of those steeples, so it's not like an open, like there's a roof on top of it.
Okay,
so you
so I
can't
gotta
just
land-
like whoop, but you'd have to land.
unless
next
I
to
work
it.
that angle. So.
Unless you work that angle so
No, that's
insanely.
fine. I'll just hop on the roof.
Hopping 90 degrees and then falling 45, that's doable.
Yeah,
A
it's
triangle.
Like,
Like Sephiroth, just...
No, so I'm gonna jump up and do like tuck tuck and then like
Yep.
just like slip right under and kind of like
Alright, can you give me an acrobatics check with advantage and key points.
I just should have did it. That's timer. Sorry. 16.
It's pretty good. You managed with your key as well, helping you. You managed to make it to the top and even like kind of float down gracefully into the back room. You did spend quite a bit of movement doing it, but you can probably make it to the door and open it. Seeing the rear naked choke and that in front of you.
Cool. Yeah, I'd like to go and do that.
You do that, you see what's happening, you can probably interact, say something if you want to.
Quickly, everyone inside! Not you, demons!
The door isn't open yet. You see him.
What if
you
I
see him-
could go?
You see him. No, you see him like choking
Rear naked choking
the
the fish.
priest. So you'd be yelling at him.
Oh,
the
okay,
priest,
so-
theoretically.
Do I recognize Orloff?
I assume. I assume you already are looking for him. And like, oh shit, yeah, that's right. Give me like a history check. You were told that he'd be here, so there's a really good chance that you think that even if you don't recognize him, you think that this is him.
Well, also, haven't you hurt the Valdeos?
Yeah,
And-
that's my point. My point is that
And
yeah,
tiny
but, like,
green fish.
even
But
though
I don't know if there's, like-
you would recognize like a streak of hair or something that's
Okay.
like particularly
One, his eyebrow on the left goes straightly.
sure an idiosyncrasy.
Okay.
Yeah, you notice him.
Yeah.
Good God, it's Orwell Fitch.
And then like I see you holding him.
Yeah.
I like turn him towards you, and I say, "You made it inside."
I did. Now we need to get the others.
Right.
We go demons.
We're not demons. Do you recognize this man?
Oh, I've never seen you before in my life.
So I'm. This isn't my turn yet. Is it like?
No interaction.
Okay. Well, I'll just wait for it then.
Yeah. All right.
It has been a while, Orwell Fitch.
We'll get there. It has been a while. We'll get there. Actually, now it is your. Oh, wait. Sorry, it's Antiquity's turn.
How big is this church?
It's a chapel more than a church. It's not like a massive cathedral church type thing. It's a small building. Inside, you can imagine maybe 2 rows with, maybe 6 or 7, maybe 7-ish benches. 2 rows of that and a.
Foot radius.
I'm really bad with foot radiuses, but
Stand in the middle.
standing in the
He
middle.
thinks that a village can survive off like a barrel of water.
That's not actually
while
true.
growing crops.
You could. It was quite a few barrels of water, actually. I think you'll find it was 1 barrel for the crops, or a couple at least. And then
For a month, if you remember.
And yeah, and that's why you would go from days without drinking water. Sorry, that was a water-based economy. That
While
was a watertight
working
world.
fields.
That was a watertight world. I'm afraid. I'm not going to be taking any. I did the math on that
I'm just
one.
gonna edit this out.
Those eyes looking like trying to check the time of the camera.
Where were we? Oh yeah, square footage. I would say it is. Yeah, I would say a 60-foot radius. Exactly enough for.
60-foot radius.
From
so
the
120
center.
feet
Yeah.
by 120
Yeah.
feet.
Okay.
That's
We'll
a
go with that.
pretty big building.
Make it 40 foot.
40 by 60. That's a church.
Yeah, that sounds okay. Alright. The cool plan isn't going to work, but I'm going to do something anyways.
The what?
Well, like, I was just going to fucking 20-foot wall of fire around the entire chapel, which would have looked black metal as fuck.
That's not why we do things, John.
That's why I do things. Taking inspiration from seeing what Valdeos did, I'm going to follow up by pulling a match head out of my bag and doing the phosphorus thing again, like I did in when we escaped from Corvinus, and I'm going to cast Wall of Fire, but this time I'm going to do it right. I'm basically just going to do, like, it's a 60-foot wall. I'm just going to do it as best as I can to just basically block off our area, which I'm assuming is a small front of it, so like 20 feet.
Yeah,
and
they're
the rest of it
to
to
the
just...
chapel?
Yeah, they are. You could do like the bottom of the stairs. You could do.
Yeah, so basically, bottom of the stairs,
I get what you're
blocking
saying.
us in, and then any extra footage I have, just like stake it through. And it's 1 foot wide, so like, yeah, the next one, a little bit more space, that kind of stuff. They're 20 feet high, so if the
I totally
shadows-
get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Totally works.
Cool.
How much damage do things take that are in it?
Okay, so they have to do a saving throw of dexterity saving throw. If they fail, they take 5d8 fire damage. If they
Let's see,
succeed,
half as much.
they take half as much.
I'm gonna roll 1 for the whole mass.
They succeed.
You rolled a 19, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Is that mine?
Yeah.
All right. You can roll the damage that they take.
Yeah, I need lots of d8s.
I got as many as you'd like.
I need one more.
Oh, you didn't need mine.
All right.
Collectivism.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 16, so 8.
8 fire.
All of them take, any of them in
Wait,
that area.
that's more than 16.
What?
That was more than 16.
How's that?
I think you didn't count one of the die.
Which one didn't I count?
It was either a 1 or a 3.
Oh, okay.
I was trying to add them all.
It was 8, 5, 1, and 3.
Regardless,
I think there were 2 3s.
Anyways.
Um,
Please take damage.
they are resistant to fire damage, as it were, as well. So, and they manage kind of to disperse as much as they can. But your wall of fire successfully warded them off briefly. Now,
It
cutting
does
them off
damage
completely.
and wards them off.
Completely cuts them off from your vantage point. You do that, Matthias. It's your turn.
I'm talking to Oral Fitch as I'm facing Co, and I say, "You don't recognize him. Well, you put him in prison for 15 years. At least that's what he told us you did." And then I'm gonna push him, like teep him, like towards Co, like from his back, so kind of like let go of him and like push him towards him. So just a shove action.
Yeah, you do that.
Is this like contested?
Probably not. I will try. I'll try to save you for it. I don't think you need to roll anything though.
Or
you could. You roll strength.
It's technically a shove action.
Yeah. Give me a.
Is it?
Go ahead.
16.
17.
Fuck this guy
with the reflex.
Yeah, seriously. Oh, any advantage on it? Like, I'm fucking holding him.
17 plus something. I don't know what's strength or
Yeah.
Plus 2, so 19. But go ahead.
Nice.
I'll let you. You believe yourself.
Still good. Yep. Alright, that's fine.
That's why I do it. It's because I'm like, yeah. At worst, okay, he gets shoved. At best, he gets, and at best, like,
Well, anyway, like I try to shove him down. I'm going straight for the door.
yeah. You do that. You go straight for the door. He's got like one of those barrier things.
Just
like
pull it up.
Yeah. You pull it up, and you open the door.
I open the door and say, "Get inside!"
He does that. You see the door open from the inside outwards, and yeah, you kind of like see like an old man like kind of like stumbling but like keeping his footing, as you guys enter the chapel. And
Did
who's
you
the
want
last
to
one
finish
in?
off the turns, or
Who's the last one in? It would be Flavius' turn next. But yeah, it will be Flavius' turn. You can go ahead.
I will enter the chapel.
You will enter the chapel. All right, that was easy. Sorry, Tombar. I misread them. I switched them up. But Tombar, it was your turn. So what do you do?
I
Also enter the chapel.
And I'll ready an attack.
Sorry,
against-
so Flavius, you were the last one to enter the chapel. Do you close the door behind you?
Where's antiquity?
Sorry. Oh yeah, antiquity. I forgot. Sorry.
I'm definitely holding the door open. So as soon as they're all
Yeah.
in, I'm just.
All right. So you're ready. All right. So okay. So I guess then before antiquity, they get to attack again. Antiquity, you're the last one they can see / get to. Actually no, there was a wall of fire. Never mind.
Giant wolf.
Yeah. Sorry, it's your turn. I forgot about the wall of fire.
Okay. So door opens.
Door's open.
I see Orwell Fitch.
Yes.
Yeah.
I swear to God.
Just right for his throat. Like, just goes and murders him.
We need answers.
Just
Um,
kills him for nothing.
He's kind of like he's like encircled by he's flanked by your allies. It seems surrounded.
Well, technically, I pushed him
Yeah.
and then went toward the door.
Yeah.
So the only person that's in front of him is Ko, and
Yeah.
he's like stumbling forward and
Yeah.
then just kind of caught himself.
Yeah, exactly.
So realistically, he's looking at Ko right
Yeah.
now, like directly in his face.
Okay, so I'm going to move forward with a dagger ready to go. I'm going to lift it up and then just and put it away.
Right.
Noticeably in front of Matthias.
All right, noticeably in front of Matthias. You see him do this, and as he's doing this, the fire is still a raging fire, but you see the shadows trying to like reach
Grasp
through it.
Every time they pass through it, they have to make that saving throw, by the way.
If I throw a smoke bomb onto the fire,
I believe it will extinguish the fire.
will it explode? Is my question. Dude, it's fucking.
I'm not sure if you've ever played Counter-Strike.
It's gunpowder.
I'm not sure if you've ever played Counter-Strike, but when you throw a smoke into a Molotov, it just
Fuck you.
As-
That's
as-
not how the world works.
As someone
That's
who
how
actually
my world works.
with this, when I was 18, one of my first jobs was making these things called fireballs, which was literally like a very small smoke bomb.
Right.
And they use those to extinguish forest fires.
Being 18.
backed up by anecdotal reality. So yeah, that happens.
And it's made of pretty much the same thing that you made.
All right, not the same. All right, so you close the door, I assume,
It's
and that's
phosphate.
it. All right,
And like put the latch down.
phosphate
all right.
and a reaction.
You see,
Material.
you see the tall reverend stand before you, his clothes covered in blood, as he clutches and fiddles with some holy beads. He looks unrested and dirty, and glares skeptically at all of you, as he kind of like he's got his back to Ko, and he kind of like does like a fucking K, like a turn where he kind of like it's like let's say you're right behind him, he just like starts like kind of moving like that way and like glaring at you, all try to like keep you all in his peripherals. Upon entering the chapel, you notice that it is dimly lit with humble candles placed throughout the room. The benches are mostly overturned and cleared out. So now's the time to probably actually draw the chapel. Go ahead.
Are there like? Do I notice that the door is still being like almost like being slammed? Like
It's not.
Oh, okay, it's not. So we're good.
Wall of fire.
Maybe put
Yeah.
that log back.
Oh, I did already.
Okay, good.
Antiquity kills first. Ask questions.
He backs up. Where was I? Yes. The benches are mostly overturned and cleared out. The powerful smell of incense fills the room.
Gail, Can she understand any of us?
Yes, you can understand everybody now.
Can we understand her?
Yes, but I'll get to that. And you discern a clear outline made from a white, powdery substance traveling the perimeter of the room like this. And then kind of all the way like in the back as well, but you can't see it.
I kick it.
I don't know how good of an idea that is.
I kick it. And yeah, you smell like incense and the like.
Incense.
So he cast
powerful
Hallow.
smell. Yeah, he did.
Incense.
And within Hallow, and when if Antiquity speaks and when he talks to you, you can understand him.
So I'd like to note that the effects, my effect would cancel out if mine was casted second. As it says in the handbook, cannot be casted in another area in which...
You didn't cast it within the perimeter. You cast it outside the perimeter.
So the Hallow just goes along with me?
No. You didn't really cast it.
You did
it's a really version. It's like the most slapdash version that basically doesn't do anything except for one turn allows you to block damage. It's basically kind of like global from vulnerability, but like not really. Hallow's a 5th level evocation, and it requires at least 1,000 gold.
Spell.
Yeah. So it's not like you have a Hallow that like travels with you at all. You basically just cast like a barrier, a makeshift barrier, the most improvised MacGyver barrier, to stop maybe an oncoming attack from destroying you. But this is a lot more sophisticated. So let's see, pressure point, infusing area around it, I'll just read it from the book. The radius includes the area already under the affected a Hallow spell. The affected area is subject to the following effects. That's a lot of effect in here. First, celestials, elementals, fae, fiends, and undead cannot enter the area, nor can such creatures charm, frighten, or possess creatures within it. Any creatures charmed, frightened, or possessed by such a creature is no longer charmed, frightened, or possessed upon entering the area. You can exclude one or more of these types of creatures from this effect. Second, you can bind an extra effect to this area. Choose the effect from the following list. And the effect I chosen was Thugz. Affected creatures can communicate with each other, with any other creature in the area, even if they don't share a common language. When this happens and when you enter Valdeos, you feel the fork that you hold, you feel kind of a burning sensation within it, as it's kind of like burning your hand if you're still holding it.
It's
probably
resistant to fire.
Yeah. Compelling you maybe to drop it or continue holding it and show no signs of pain. That's kind of up to you.
Resistant to fire.
Cameron?
Yeah.
Make sure you're not sleeping.
It looks like your eyes are like...
Yeah, glazed. Zest even.
I think I have to like show, like earn the respect of the fork, so I'm gonna hold on to it.
Alright, you attempt to hold on to it, and you do so. Give me a Constitution saving throw. Not as severe as the attacking ones. Probably an easier Constitution saving throw.
13 plus 4.
Yeah, that's enough.
You're still around Tomba?
Yeah.
He's still in Italy.
Lots.
You kind of hold on to it solidly. And maybe there's like a small smoking happening, but maybe no one notices it.
Awesome.
Alright, so yeah, you guys have made it in. You notice, the powdery substance, the incense, the overturned benches. He looks tattered. He looks like he just killed somebody. He's got blood all over him.
You probably did.
I mean, did I notice any bodies on the way in?
Nope.
Like even in the other room?
It's the blood of Christ.
So my character is like seething with rage, but like had been like prepping his.
I am so angry.
I'm so mad at you. What you've done. What is the boils my blood?
Can you imagine like being a guy who's just fending off like undead, and then some fucking whiny bitch walks in like, "What did you do to me?" Like, what? Fuck, kill me. I don't care.
Fuck kill.
Life is a lie. You were lied to, kid.
You were lied to, kid. So yeah, just like seething angry, like had been like prepping for this moment for like 15 years, and like really didn't think he was gonna be this angry. So like he's just like really trying to restrain himself from beating the shit out of this guy.
He beats the shit out of him.
So he's kind of like not really talking, but like he does just like he hits him in the side of his knee just to like get him down on his knees. and he's like just clenching his fist and like is like trying not to strike him more than that.
Can you give me a shove action equivalent? Trying to get him prone, essentially.
Sure.
What is that total?
If it's like strength.
I believe so.
Shove is typically strength.
Yeah. So that's it.
I can't see it.
9.
He parries.
What, like fucking?
Well, not parries, but like he kind of like he checks it.
So he checks the kick. This guy knows Muay Thai.
he checks the kick. Yes, this guy knows Muay Thai.
Okay, and then
I a head kick him. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh fuck!
Woo.
That's not good.
whoa, get those cards.
Yeah.
The cards are laminated. I'm worried about the wallet.
Cards are laminated. Of course they fucking are. Oh fuck! This electronics. That should be fine.
Checks the kick. That's crazy. That's insane.
You rolled well.
Well enough to learn a martial art. If he's never done anything like that in his life.
No, it's instinct. I get it. But that
Well,
being said,
you
Can I
kind
show
of
you something right now?
yeah, I did right.
no.
He wants
Oh,
to
you'll
check
be
a
fine.
kick from
No,
you.
no.
What are you doing?
How'd that feel?
Bad.
Yeah. That's like me tapping you.
Yeah.
Now, when Muay Thai people check kicks, they bring shin to shin and go, whose shin is stronger? And they're kicking each other. That's how you check a kick. Just letting you know. So if that little thing, not great. Yeah, imagine like.
Well, your strike wasn't that strong to begin with.
Yeah,
It was-
well,
it
and
was
also
kinda-
that being
It's really
said, I don't think I was like, I was trying to just like,
Oh,
get,
fair,
like,
yeah.
like hit him on the side.
He kind of like blocks it. You know, he doesn't like fucking.
doesn't parry it.
Yeah, he doesn't like.
Also, if you've never felt that before, like we were like shin guards.
Yeah.
During Muay Thai, and I was sparring with this guy, and he checked the kick just pulled over and checked the kick, and I swear I could feel his shin through both shin guards. Like that's how fucking tough it was. It was insane. Like I kicked him and he was just like poof, and like I just felt like his shin like through both shin guards. And it was insane. It was just like what the fuck.
Oh man.
Amazing.
So okay.
He doesn't quite check the kick.
Well, but like
He
that.
stops the kick.
This is the part of D&D that always gets me, where it's like people like roll 20s and just learn how to do shit like instantly.
Survival instinct.
Yeah.
So yeah, him even checking a little bit will anger me even more,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna try and slap him across the face, down to the ground as hard as I
Attack
can.
roll. This one just AC.
God, I'm gonna inspiration.
Go ahead.
'Cause, come on. Ay, ay, ay. Oh, bitch.
Amazing. He kind of like. Okay, so like right now it's kind of like imagine like he's like a no nonsense MacGyver old guy, Sam Elliott with the beard. He's like, what the fuck is this? He's kind of like he like slaps your hand away, like get the fuck off me, kid.
Yeah.
You know, he doesn't even know who you are. You're just like attacking him. Yeah, but like in his perspective, kind of frailly.
Yeah.
And like he's just kind of like, what the fucking stop? Like just kind of like doesn't even acknowledge your anger.
Yeah.
You know, he's like he sees it as more of a, like swatting you like a fly.
Do you know why this man is angry at you?
He goes, all I see is rage in his eyes. He's probably one of them faithless.
It's because you took his life away from him. At least for a time. A long enough time that would be significant.
Seems perfectly alive to me, and I know of no arbitrary measure of life's significance, young man.
I want to like grab him by the scruff. And, like, pick
He
him up.
goes, no, sorry, before you, he goes, Tombar, what is the meaning of this?
We found this monk in a prison, and he claims that you are the reason why he was there.
Is that so? What was your name, monk?
So we never decided on
Yeah.
an actual.
Also, antiquity, you get all
Do you
this.
even remember your actual name?
You get all
Or just a memory, like a
I'm listening.
handprints on an abandoned rail?
Yeah, Loki Gadka.
Lucky Gatka?
Loki Gadka.
Loki Gatka. Do you say that?
Yeah.
In character?
Loki Gadka.
Loki Gatka from Tribal? Trim.
You bastard! You don't remember me.
It's like I put kids away every day. Say no thing.
Bitch, you ain't special.
You kind of
Put kids away for breakfast.
you see his expression change as a look of realization, takes over his eyes, and he goes, "You. I thought you were gone forever."
I'm back.
It was Loki what?
Gadka.
Yeah, if you could write that down. So
He goes. So is this what it's all about? You're gonna get revenge. We'll take it. In the end, only Alturias will judge me. Hablet!
I'm gonna go to strike him right in the face, but I'm gonna stop myself before I do dramatically, and battle some inner demons and withhold that.
He goes, "No words I say can bring the years back to you. But I'm glad to see that I may have taken your years, but could not have locked your soul away."
Yeah, but you still did that.
I agree that I will never get those years back. But now, you owe me.
He goes, "The demons will not find us here. Well, will not enter here.
So why do you have the door locked? Why didn't you let all the people in here?
Because,
If the door was open and the demons get in, duh.
But
not all who seek harm are of no life."
Are you fucking with me? You literally let all the guards and all the people in this community die.
You do not understand what roams out there. You do not understand. You cannot begin to comprehend.
Oh, we can begin to
with your
comprehend.
intellect what forces we deal with here. But how about some tea?
I'm fine. How about?
I think I'll have a spot for myself, if you don't mind. He starts walking away from you.
I grab him.
All right.
Doing.
You rush.
Some tea, my boy.
Kind of like run, I guess, to him and you grab him.
I take a couple of big steps. And
All right. You take a few leaps.
grab the
All right. Scrub his neck.
the scruff of his neck, and pull him back.
All right. He goes, "Whoa there, boy."
Where do you think you're
Also,
going?
what did you guys do with the horse?
Yeah, I was
he
about,
fucking
I was
dead.
just about to say.
Did you leave?
I mean, it was right at the door with us.
So you guys brought him in.
Yeah, because there's a horse in here now.
A horse and
Recognize that guy?
I've
Quicksilver.
seen everything.
I knew I could trust.
Eye of Linus. We returned it back to Mount Valdeos.
But where is the Eye of Valanche that you made me steal many years ago?
That's more my question.
Cuck-ass bitch.
Cuck ass bitch. He goes, "Please. I'll clearly have questions.
Over tea.
I'd prefer to sit down and contemplate. These matters. Such matters are not well addressed standing up before the house of the Lord. We must discuss them in private."
How do you seem so calm with the events outside?
I have weathered worse storms than you can imagine. He says that as lightning dramatically
Of course.
crackles.
You seem to think we're locked in here with you.
Here we go.
There we go.
Moreover, you think you can define the standards by which we question you?
What options do you have? Murder me? Go right ahead.
I mean, I could.
You may value your life here, child. And I can tell from your color that you do. But I answered.
What?
What
was that?
I answered to a high power.
I'm not half elf. What is he talking about?
Well, Fitch is a dick.
I answer to a higher power, and you're clearly a lost soul.
I'd like kick him. Let's see him check that. No, I'm just kidding.
You'd like to what?
No.
Yeah, just start
like kick him in action.
Roundhouse kick party. Yeah.
Please.
Do you have any
Tombar,
wine?
knock some sense into these infidels.
It is perhaps that we will need to knock some sense into you, Fitch. The questions that this monk raised about your beliefs in Altarius, I believe you need to answer.
Do you deny what you have done to me?
I cannot deny.
Confirm. No.
I cannot deny. I cannot deny such a thing, as Alturias is my witness. I have acted in my belief for the greater good, even if you cannot witness that at this juncture.
Does your God have no justice?
My God's justice reigns true and supreme, and he will judge me when I make it there.
Really good at playing this character.
What reason did you have to take the Eye of Valanche?
As he speaks, you all understand him perfectly. As he just revealed, he's just revealed that he also understands.
Do I hear him speaking in Common or Elvish?
No, you hear him speaking in Elvish.
I don't even know the difference.
But we all like.
Could you repeat the question?
No. Why did you
What
take?
reason do you have to have taken the Eye of Valanche?
And I start to translate what she was saying, like in Common. She's
It's alright,
asking what...
Matthias, we heard.
well, I was just gonna let him.
She's asking what reason you had to.
So you can I guess interrupt him more. Yeah. So, do you understand that what's happening? Like, do you understand that you understand her, and then I guess you do.
Yeah, he does.
So yeah, he says what he just said. He goes. No matter. No ill or foreign tongue can speak in this place. I have cast a powerful hallow spell that reigns only truth and enlightenment within these walls. For walls build a home.
Well, also.
I beg your pardon?
Also a roof.
Well, yes.
Then speak truth and tell us why you had this man steal the Eye of Valanche for you.
For four walls also make a prison, and that is where this man has spent most of his life.
Also a roof.
He goes, I owe you all answers. It's true. You shall have. You see, the reason that I did what I did is, and as he says that, you hear a knock on the door. It's like, he goes, shit. You hear, he kind of like doesn't say anything at first, and you hear another knock. He goes, y'all better hide.
Who is that? And I was like, whisper, almost kind of whispering.
He goes, you're not supposed to be here. And he's here. He kind of like starts walking. He goes, Silver. To the back. He kind of like pats him, and the horse kind of like clip-clops like all the way, and like he's not gonna fit through the door. So he's just gonna kind of hide here, like by the benches. No, I'm not gonna fit through the door.
Can I climb the scaffolding now?
Yeah, you probably could.
I can do that.
I'd like to know wall of fire.
You'd like to what?
No wall of fire.
Wall of fire.
Oh.
If they're traveling through
Noted.
that.
Do you feel, would you feel if your spell was dispelled? Like, would you feel that, Arcana?
You wouldn't have
Can
to
I-
concentrate on it.
Yeah, because currently I'd be concentrating.
Oh yeah, alright.
Well,
so
actually, how long does the concentration spell last for? Is it just concentration?
No, concentration you can hold indefinitely.
Yeah, but like.
But the spell itself has a timer.
Yeah.
I believe it's either 1 minute or 1 hour.
Well, that's gonna be a difference.
Significantly. Give me a second. I have my spell card.
I got it. It says concentration up to 1 minute,
1 minute.
but... Oh, I think that's it. 1 minute. Could be wrong.
Okay, so it's gone.
Yeah, duration up to 1 minute, so it's gone.
Cool. Never mind then.
I guess give me an acrobatics check, and there's like classic scaffoldings.
Can I do acrobatics and stealth at the same time?
Go ahead.
Black and stealth, acrobatics.
Go ahead.
Acrobatics is 17. Stealth is 26.
All right, those are both great. You make it to the top and
Like,
hide.
I
You
kind
guys,
of like leap up and then
Yeah, you
get
guys-
up to the top and do one of these on the scaffolding, like tiptoes and like kind of like lurching.
Spider-Man.
Yeah.
yeah.
That was
Where's
sick.
your character? Let's say somewhere over here. He goes, y'all better do what he just did. It'll become clear soon enough. He goes, Fitch. You hear, yeah, here. Fitch.
Do we recognize any of us?
You do not.
I'll hop up onto the scaffold.
All of you?
No, I'll stick on the ground. I'm just gonna.
You can like hide. There's like
I'm-
tons of benches and stuff
yeah.
you can hide behind.
I'm popping behind there, but I'm doing it like really slow and like disagreeing with my body as like I'm like
Taking orders and from
yeah,
this guy
like
again.
backing up and
So,
like
so obviously you can, and you're with the fork, I assume, making acrobatics check, climbing with the fork on you.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
12.
I think with some hassle, you might be able to just barely climb on top of like a low hang, like not a low-hanging one, but they're all the same
Sticks
height.
the fork into the actual scaffolding.
Yeah, you make it up
Blows
there.
it apart.
I assume. Do you know where exactly you want to go?
I'll go close to the entrance wall.
Here.
Yeah.
When I'm seeing you do this, are you like kind of like fumbling and stuff as you're coming up, or
With a 12, I think so. Yeah.
I'm just thinking in my mind like I gotta show this guy some stuff.
With a big ass fork.
You're like, put it down.
A 7-foot
He's taught
fork.
me some pretty cool stuff in the sense of like I think my character is starting to like I don't know roll better like with acrobatics shit.
Yeah.
Like I've been doing backflips and casting spells like it's been fun.
Soundbar, what are you doing?
I'm just gonna go hide behind a bench, but as Fitch passes me by, I'm just gonna grab his arm and say to him, as you said, Fitch, Alturius will hold you accountable for your actions here today. And then I'll let him go and move in behind, I guess just a bench or something.
He goes, Tombar. You may not understand this right now, but we're all born sinners.
Jeez.
Rock and roll note, just like
Well, this is the closest I'm gonna get to what I want, so fuck it. Improvising. I have pictures, so it does not matter.
So what's antiquity?
Antiquity, what are you doing?
So I'm gonna follow Tonbar. Tonbar.
Barry.
Hiding behind a bench.
Yeah, I'm hiding behind a Tonbar hiding
Tonbar,
behind
which
a
bench?
I guess so. These are benches
As the
here.
most
Yeah, these are all
armored
benches
person
that are, like,
of our
overcharging.
party.
I guess the one
Would like to know, did ask.
by the horse there.
Was got
No, they're on the other side.
That's
yeah, there.
Got a cloak, man.
And then
That's good.
dope cloak,
Dope cloak.
but like no AC. I've got 10. Like,
he kind of like
everything hits me.
he kind of he undoes the barricade and starts like walking backwards.
Backward, like facing the door.
Yeah,
or
facing
what?
the door. And he goes, it's open. And the door
the double doors swing open outdoors wise, and with it a large gust blows out all the candles in the room. Like,
What about the powder on the floor?
powder's still there for now. And walks a hooded figure. That's not the best representation, but I have a picture that might help.
I stab him.
So we all rush him.
I assassinate him now!
Seriously, I want to before he realizes there's any danger. I want to assassinate him right away.
Just your father.
Really, I just want to do this one thing. That's all.
I know what you want to do. Here we go.
Oh, I fucking assassinate that guy.
Nothing ominous about that.
Yeah, no problem.
That is so dope.
He's the true hero of this whole thing.
He walks. So yeah, he goes.
So-
Also,
He has no corporal body.
no, he's got a corporal.
So none of us recognize his voice.
No, you guys have never heard
And-
his voice before.
Perception check on.
Go ahead from your vantage point.
27.
So, okay, from your vantage point, you can see his face. I can just show you the picture. You can't really tell that much about him, but I'll keep you posted as he moves. Other than kind of a hooded figure, you can see his face, human, but looks pale, red eyes.
Vampire.
Maybe.
I love that right away. We're all such nerds that we're like, devour, vampire. Like right away.
The blood, yes, filled. No, he goes. He goes. Please, my friend. It's the big one. Let's all. He walks in.
Vampires are technically undead.
I had a voice for this guy. I just have to fucking.
Take your time, please.
blood.
Because this is going to be cool.
I fucking need blood.
Alright, we're gonna go with this one. We're gonna do my favorite.
Oh, please don't.
What? No, not that one.
Okay.
Zipness.
It's funny because he knows. Oh, no, that's what you would thought. No, it's not. It's not gonna be that one either. He's going to go. Oh well, it's been a while.
You can't disguise that voice. You can wear any kind of cloak you want. People are gonna know it's you.
He goes.
I can't
Are you
quite
hiding
place
from
it.
yourself?
And obviously you all understand him because you're in a tongues accessible. He
Like,
goes.
kind of like you mentioned earlier, though. Like, just wanted to because you said like I would hear her speak in Elvish.
Yeah.
The building.
What's that?
The whole building.
No,
but
I
he's
understand
talking
that.
about
What I'm
his
saying is
perception of it.
yeah, exactly. For example, are we all hearing this in common, or are we hearing it in
You all
another
hear it
language
in
that we
your
understand?
native languages.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry, I said human, but actually elf.
God damn.
He goes.
It is your father.
He goes. Why the redecoration?
Most ridiculous sounding elf ever.
It's serious. By himself? Good to go.
He goes.
His elf.
He goes. Vesper, what brings you to my humble abode? The clamoring.
Well, we've heard about him a couple times. I keep notes. Okay.
Wait a minute.
I have a ring. I have a ring.
Is this the leader of the?
I don't know.
He signed the note that was telling the Storm's troopers to kill us.
I don't know if he's a leader.
Isn't Vesper the leader of the
I
House
didn't
of
say
Light?
he was the leader. I said he signed the note.
I believe House of. I feel like you got your notes really fucked up.
Also, I have a ring.
He goes.
Master.
I'm not going to mince words with you, fish. You know why I'm here. He goes, and you know that I don't got what you need. So I suggest if you're about to do something, that you do it quickly. He kind of like walks up to Fitch and goes, so you let them all die. He goes, as far as I'm concerned, you're the only one massacring people. Whisper replies, it's a war, Orwell. Some of us choose our tactics a little more precisely than others. He goes, he says, you call what happened in Corvinus precise? That was the most indiscriminate massacre I'd ever seen. You and your leader should be ashamed of yourselves. He goes, no. Laughing quaintly. You know I can destroy you with a wave of my hand. Why not make this simple? Tell him where it is. He goes, you know I can't do that. He kind of does there's kind of like a silence above them.
Jump attack.
Actually?
Yeah. 100%.
Alright.
Oh, cool. Yeah, do it with me, man. I look over at you.
Can we like both jump?
I look over at you.
Alright.
Like, do you like? I'm because you're at on my level. So I'm like, I look over at you. What do you like?
Just like.
It's like does one of those like Family Guy.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, that's how we did it for when we were going after Skall. It's just like,
Alright.
Assassinate!
Yeah, give me what you want. Give me what you want. What do you want to do?
I'm going to jump on top of him and stab him in the collarbone with a dagger.
Let's start with tackle. Yeah, we can have him.
15 plus 7, 22.
I'll probably hit.
Cool.
Sorry, that's not what I'm looking for. There it is. Oh, hold on. Ah. Yeah, that would hit.
Okay, forward. What's that?
What did you roll to hit?
15 and then plus 7.
Yeah, so pretty high.
Can I get 4 more d6?
Someone give me some d6.
I'm gonna take yours, the big guy. You have 2 more?
my D20's over there too. Can you check that for me, Tom? Yeah. My D20 is the blue one. Get Harry.
What am I looking at here? It happens?
It does happen. You come in and where are you trying to stab?
Right in this collarbone.
Alright, okay. Nick, you want to miss this or what?
6, 7, 9, 10, 14, 20, 28, plus 4, 32.
As you stab, as you
that one and the light blue one. I think this one's Sean. Is that you, right? Yep. Thank you.
as you stab into his collarbone, your knife kind of which knife? Sorry, can you
just a dagger?
Just a dagger. Yeah. So as this happens, you stab his collarbone, and as you kind of make contact with his robe and skin, you feel like it is as hard as stone.
Stone skin.
And yeah, you kind of like you feel him like he kind of keels down a bit. Obviously, as you kind of jump down, he kind of like loses his immediate balance, and like you kind of stab into him, doing some damage, but not as much as the full damage.
I will get the drop on him.
All right.
As it were. Plunge my fork into him. Does this count as a surprise?
Oh,
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, excellent. So 14 plus 7. 21.
Doesn't hit.
That'll hit, yeah.
Excellent.
Doesn't hit.
D8.
Sorry, did you roll
D10?
that? Did you roll that saving throw?
No, I didn't.
Did you?
16.
Nice.
You'll make it.
Do you need D10, sorry, or D8s?
A D8.
Just one?
So 6 plus 6, piercing damage. 12 damage.
How much damage total?
12. And then for the false life thing.
Yeah. Wait, false life thing?
I think
Sorry.
that's only when you
Sorry,
kill
no,
someone.
no. The
Temporary.
Did I say that it stacks? I don't think I said that it stacks.
No, you didn't.
Temporary hit points generally don't stack. They would replace. So what happens? So what happened is you can roll that. So what did you roll?
Is it 3? Yeah, so 3 plus
12, right? Total. So essentially, how it works is if that amount is greater than what you currently have, you can replace it.
Okay.
But if it's less than it, you can't, and it doesn't stack. So
That's
you roll
fine.
12, you have 13. You would stick with the 13.
I was wondering if that just added to the damage done to him as well. If it like sucked life from him.
No, it doesn't
Okay.
quite work that way.
Okay.
But yeah, that's how it works. So you have this buffer now, but
Sweet.
yeah. So you get how it works. What was the damage total again?
12.
So you plunging your fork into him, you don't feel the same thing. The fork meets with flesh. 12.
And I can make a second attempt.
I assume so. Yeah, it's your turn.
Alright. We'll do so again. This is not advantage, right?
Yes.
4 plus 7 is 11.
Go ahead and say that's a miss.
That is a miss.
Sorry, I'm totally gonna bonus action, like, use the rest of my movement to go over behind one of the benches and hide.
Go ahead and do that. Could you give me another saving throw, please?
So 17.
Jumped up on
You
this
make it.
motherfucker. Attacked him. Was like, holy shit.
Wait, does that provoke an no, it doesn't because you're
What's that?
opportunity attack,
No.
but no.
Mobile!
Yeah, mobile.
And I'll use my cunning action to hide.
All right, give me a stealth.
23.
And Vladius already did all that stuff. That's solid. Anything else?
I would provoke an opportunity attack if I also moved away.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll stay.
Can you show me on your figurine? Sorry, I can't see exactly.
You're right.
No, that's not.
No, we're there.
Please roll initiative.
Nice.
Well, one at a time. What are we looking at?
I got 23. I got a natural 20 if it means anything.
I think, yeah, so I'm deciding from now on that natural 20 on initiative, you get advantage on your first roll no matter what it is.
Nice.
Natural 1, you get disadvantage on your first roll no matter what it is. So, so you rolled natural 20? That's code. Everyone else?
21.
21, 11, 21 Valdeos, 11, and what do we have, Tombar?
17.
18. And Antiquity?
6.
What is that?
16.
All right. Ko, you've seen this happen. You can begin if you want to attack or do anything.
Yeah. I'm gonna pop over.
Use the rage.
Yeah.
Have you seen the blue dice? That's like D6.
And yeah, I'll use my
short sword that I have for my first attack. So he got hit down by Valdeos, and then you hit him with your spear, and then your second attack was with the spear again?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, just wielding the fork right now.
Cool. So how did you finish your attack?
So it came down, and then
okay. So
it's just piercing. There's no slash.
All right. So like you pushed him that way, kind of like that momentum. So I'm gonna try and sideswipe him to like use your momentum to aid me. And get a slash. Can I get a d20? So I got 18. So 7 damage. Slashing.
Yep. Is that with or without resistance?
What do you mean?
So is that's total damage?
That's total damage.
Right, so it makes it 3 damage. As you hit him, you feel again like you're hitting stone, pure stone.
I'm gonna use my bonus attack to use an unarmed strike, and I'm gonna try and like hit his eye.
All right.
With my hands like that.
Go ahead.
I like it.
Hey, that's only 11.
It's not gonna hit.
I'll use my other extra attack to attempt the same thing. Other eye. 21.
No hit.
6.
You hit him and you feel his eye is kind of made of bulletproof glass. It's just kind of like shatterproof, and your attacks are, you feel like it reminds you of beating the wall in your cell. You kind of get like clear, like you're fighting a wall type of thing.
And then I'll use a key point to use flurry to get 2 more unarmed attacks.
Go ahead.
And I'll just give me another d20. I'll just roll both of them. I'm gonna like just chop at his neck 2 times.
Just chop.
One is 22.
That'll hit.
And the other is 17.
That'll hit.
Nice. 15.
Total?
15 total.
Nice. That's pretty good.
Will do.
Someone pass me that black dice again?
Yeah, of course.
Damage. He goes like, I see you.
Did you get advantage on that call?
I just did 2 attacks at once.
But he's swarmed right now.
He is, although he didn't take advantage. That is a good point.
They both hit.
We'll remember next time.
They did.
He goes,
That shit.
6,
On my one
7,
mission.
8. He goes, I see you brought friends. Sorry.
I see you brought friends, Finch. I'd say we make this discussion more private.
Casts an interplanar field.
You bet.
It just kills the horse.
What?
That doesn't make sense.
It's okay.
The horse has the eye of lunch.
Inside him.
Yep.
Calling it.
What element was the lynch?
Earth. Avalanche.
It's disgusting.
Do it.
We're all gonna get murked.
Sorry, his spells are really complicated.
Great.
Great.
Should I wait? He having seen you, but knowing of your presence is all he really needs. He will hit 2, 3, 6 level. He will kind of take out like a rat that's been just kind of like bleeding, and he kind of crushes it, so it's like disgusting and vile.
He's trying to gross me up.
No, weird. I have one of these in my pocket. What's in my other pocket?
And he bites into it and throws it aside across the wall and goes and casts this Omada Liliste casts a spell.
No foreign tongues.
But it flies. I'll figure it out later.
Like that thing's 100% not doing you good.
Yeah, you are removed.
What do I experience?
I will tell you what you experience.
So you spend 15 years in prison.
You are
DMT.
You find yourself in a strange interplanar field,
surrounded by fucking
Are there others?
spiders.
Beg your pardon?
Are there others?
There are no others in this particular one.
Purgatory with you?
It's not with me. You're just kind of like a blank emptiness, maybe kind of a dark ethereal darkness with a foul smell. You are no longer on this plane of existence.
Just a crushing loneliness.
No, this is awesome.
It's like, you find yourself in a room surrounded by 5 other people, sitting at a table. At a table, playing perhaps a board game.
He goes.
That dictates your life.
He's like, hellish review.
He goes.
Who else wants to go bye-bye?
Fuck this guy.
I like this guy.
I believe it is Tombar's turn. You probably witnessed this happen. He just kind of so he didn't just jump cut out of existence. He kind of got he kind of collapsed into himself is what you saw, kind of like a black hole formed in between him, and he got kind of sucked into it. So that's what the visual of that looks like. So and just
the strength of Alturius took him away.
Yeah, he's gone.
Okay.
Why? I just want you to be my friend.
I've seen several attacks on him.
And the only one that brought him down with that fork.
Yeah, I've seen some hits and some misses. Do I get the sense that it is difficult to hit him, or that attacks?
Give me an insight check.
Okay. Insight. Natural 20.
Natural 20?
Yeah.
Yeah, you do get a sense of that. You also get the sense that he's particularly magically adept. I'll give you more details, I guess, as things progress.
Okay, so I know that he's quite magically adept, and that there's something magical about him that makes him difficult to hit with attacks.
Probably more than one thing, actually.
Probably more than one thing, okay. Then I... just trying to think. I guess with that insight, did I also get the sense that, do I get the sense that when he cast that spell to make them disappear, that if he's at all aware of your presence?
Of your presence?
That if he's aware of someone's presence, he can make them disappear?
You're trying to figure out how it works. Yes. If he's aware of your presence, then you're free game.
Okay. Alright, well, I'll step out then. And I will get closer to him. So 5, 10. Okay, so then when I get to this point here, I will use my prayer bead, my first prayer bead, to cast Bless on the 3 of my allies that I know are here, because I don't know where it is. So you guys can add, if you choose to do so, you can add a D4 to an attack roll or to a saving throw, and add that to whatever you rolled.
Is that damage or attack roll?
That's the attack roll, so to hit.
Nice.
Saving throw.
Don't want to fucking disappear.
Yeah. And then I will use the rest of my movement to move adjacent to him.
Excellent.
And then that will be my turn.
Excellent. Making it.
And I'll as I'm passing Fitch, I'll just tell them, Fitch, if you truly follow Alturius, you will join us in this fight.
He goes, this fight isn't yours to fight, but I'll accept any allies. Matthias, it's your turn.
Antiquity, were you hiding behind Tombar, or are you hiding
Yes,
behind...
he was hiding behind Tombar, but I put him behind a bench.
Okay.
I don't know if you're okay with that.
Yeah, that's fine.
I say,
So he gets his turn before I do.
You rolled a 6.
I rolled 11.
Oh, I forgot
There was a
that
surprise
you
attack.
had a surprise attack as well.
Yes.
Sorry.
I say...
Yeah, no,
It's my
it's,
third
yeah,
time
they both did a surprise attack,
No,
and then
that's my
initiatives
second.
were rolled.
He did 2 attacks before.
Okay, so
I say,
you also get +2.
do you have
to
one
your
of
saving
Cathar's
throws,
daggers?
and you have resistance to damage from a spell.
Yes, I have
Oh,
both.
I see what you're saying.
Can you give one to me?
Fuck yeah. Yeah, so I
Slide it over.
slide it over on the floor.
Give me a dex check just to see how your sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand.
Yeah, that's the way dexterity check.
Decent roll for me, I guess. 19.
I rolled 20.
That's perfect. That'll perfectly land exactly where you want it. You could even throw it and you could catch it by the tip. It doesn't matter.
I say,
Catching his teeth.
do you have any ideas rolling through that head of yours? The laddie's just disappeared. We need to keep this guy alive and get him to tell us how to bring it back.
I haven't dealt much with interplanar dimensions myself. It's beyond my knowledge.
Do you know that he's an interplayer dimension?
Like,
as far as you can tell, he might have just been evaporated.
Yeah, but like
I
in the
think so, yeah.
equivalent of what my
Right.
character would know. So like,
I don't know much about what happened. It's beyond my knowledge.
so
You
that's,
could give me an Arcana check if
yeah.
you want. See if you can detect what it is that he cast.
Oh, sure, I'll do it. Might as well. That's a decent amount. Yeah, 12.
12. Okay, yeah, you know it's a magical spell, and that it was he was sent to another dimension.
Okay, there you go. Don't know much about interdimensional travel.
Alright, well, we're gonna get him back.
But I do have something that I can try. But from what I can tell, he is quite powerful.
Alright. Cutting action dash so I can get behind him. Stab him in the leg with Canathar's dagger.
Alright.
18 plus a bunch.
Yeah, that'll hit.
I'm gonna steal a d6 from you, big guy. Eight, 10, 14,
16. Plus 4, 18. Silver damage.
How's 16 plus 4, 18?
Sorry. 20. My bad.
That's fine. 30. I should have not said anything. That's what I should
16
have
plus 4.
18 it is. Yeah, you hit him and you feel like, ah! He goes like, Vader-y all, like, ah! And he will roll a saving throw to determine whether or not he can remain concentrated. I can't roll anything else.
Roll one, you bitch.
No substitutions.
Roll one, you bitch.
No substitutions.
So I can hit you again.
There it is. Come on.
Come on.
Constitution, right?
Yeah,
Constitution. After
Constitution.
that. Mm-hmm.
Six plus.
No, not enough. His concentration is broken. Valdeos reappears.
Yes.
He's just writing in his journal.
Guys, I was actually you finally found like a place that accepts you.
Yeah, you reappear like, what the fuck? Like just kind of out of nowhere.
You've literally been
like
gone
Luke
6
style.
seconds. just like, oh, where am I? Maybe I could get used to this.
I finally
Maybe
found
I could-
serenity.
Vomited back into existence.
Vomited
Your
back.
turn, I guess, in its entirety.
Guess I've used all of my actions.
Alright, Antiquity, it's your turn.
Okay, so now that I've seen Valdeos come back, can I roll a quick Arcana to see if I feel like he's casting any other spells?
Who?
Vesper.
Yes.
Is that 10? 14?
He has at least 2 more spells active on him.
Yeah.
One of them is Mage Armor.
I cast Dispel Magic.
He casts Counterspell as a reaction.
Well, he uses a trap card.
Yeah, that's exactly what.
Your spell has been counterspelled.
No,
Fuck.
Counterspell does. Perfect. So yeah, I stay put.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah. I
Sorry,
do.
just to, what level did you cast that on?
I cast
just so I
it
know
at
what
third-
spell slot.
third level.
Alright, so third level should be fine. I'm using a third level spell slot to counterspell. Alright, so yeah, you kind of you go for like, I guess, how do you go for the spell? Do you
Mostly like I'm behind my bench. I come out just a little bit. I take quick note of what's going on in the situation. I acquire. Okay, I think he's still casting spells. I see Valdeos is back. Gonna see Dispel Magic, and all of a sudden just
So like as you cast it, you kind of like feel him go like, and just kind of stares at you, and like the bench just like shuffle a bit, like next to you, it kind of like just a little shuffle, and kind of like breaks your constant like instantly. As soon as, and it's like he didn't even know you were there, but as soon as you detected the magic attacking him, he was able to instantly react and counterspell you.
Okay. I'm
Any
keeping track
movement?
of my spell slots.
Any movement for your makes sense. Or you're just gonna be like, okay.
Basically, like he saw me now, right?
Yes, he knows you're there.
He definitely knows you're there. Oh, that fucking cancer.
Yeah, I'm gonna duck back down and hide again.
You do that.
Yeah, just
Excellent.
like keeping that up against me.
It was just that was a very personal moment. That was just you and him. No one else even knew what just happened. It was just a personal little moment. Co, it's your turn.
Valdeos, you're back.
Nicholas.
Where did I go?
Sorry, I'm
Why don't
just
you
trying
tell
to read
us?
up on one thing here.
Oh, okay.
What do you want, villain?
He goes,
It does not concern you what I want.
It does concern us. You have answers.
And you have questions. Perhaps you should stay in the dark where you belong.
Have you ever been stabbed in the groin?
Well, I'm as hard as a rock down there, believe me.
Okay. So, can I get a d20?
"You want mine?"
No, I'm good. So I'm going to do
my 3 attacks that I get,
Alright.
and then I'm also gonna spend a key point to do 2 extra attacks, as
Holy
well
shit.
as my final key point to try and add a stun strike so that he won't get a turn.
Go for it.
So fucking here
Fucking
goes.
monks.
Everything rolls with fucking advantage too. So
And plus D4 here.
If he wants to.
If you want.
if I want, do
it's
I?
it's
have
only
to
1d4, right?
Yeah, one.
Yeah, but I have to save it if I want to do a save later, right?
Yeah.
No, I think it's on any attack or.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I'll look it up.
It only gets 1 use though. The bless gets 1 use basically.
Out of the
Yeah.
out
beat,
of,
right?
out of all of your
Rolls.
yeah, you get to use it on.
Yeah, I'll save
One
it.
roll.
But every turn you get to use it.
No,
Okay.
you get to use it once. It's like an inspiration.
I
point.
think that's what he's looking at.
It's like an inspiration point.
So-
as far as I can remember.
So yeah, I'll save it for a save if I need. But okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 attacks. That's a 9, so that's 15. Probably still not.
So just on bless, it says you bless up to 3 creatures of your choice within range. Whenever a target makes an attack roll or a saving throw before the spell ends, the target can roll a d4 and add the number rolled to the attack roll.
What's
for
the spell
saving
duration?
throw. It's 1 minute, so it'll be.
I stand
Like
corrected.
9 more turns.
Yeah.
I stand corrected. You can add a d4.
So I'm adding my d4 to that 15.
Yep.
17.
That'll hit.
Anytime you make an attack roll with him.
Yeah.
Wait, that's a lot.
Bless is pretty strong.
Jesus. 4. So half of that is 2.
Actually, not quite. As you punch him, you feel kind of not rock but flesh.
Ha! Ha ha ha!
Hello, hello.
Ah, the silver.
Not quite.
I don't know.
I'm not
I don't
going
know.
to tell you why.
Yeah.
Why would I give you ways to defeat me?
So again, second attack.
Jesus.
So that'll be a hit, but that's 2 1s in a row that I
Crazy.
should not. And damage for that boy is 8.
Nice.
Alright, so how are you doing this? Like you slash him with a short sword and now you're just punching him in the face?
I'm going all unarmed.
Oh, all on him.
Wait,
Yeah.
so don't you roll a d4 for that damage though?
No, it's 2 attacks.
It's it's d6s now I think because he's a monk. He's got unarmed strikes.
No, yeah, I think it's 2
Because
attacks.
he's dope
You know
as
what I'm
fuck.
Yeah.
From bless.
Yeah, no, it's 2 attacks. So 16 plus 6 plus 3.
Yeah, no.
5.
That'll hit.
And 6. And then my last attack. 15 plus 4 plus 6. So 25.
Yep. What is that? Yeah, advantage.
And that's 8. And now,
Is that 8 and then the 6 before it, right?
Yeah.
He did like a few attacks
Yeah,
before.
I remember.
5 attacks. That's all.
That last one was a stun strike?
No, the last one is I add a key point and he has to make a con save. Nice.
What is that?
It's 12, but you probably have Constitution, so the save is for 13 though.
That will make it.
Damn.
Well, gave it a shot, didn't
Alright. Valdeos. You return from your little trip. What do you do?
Back in it.
A little 6-second vacay.
Yeah, the breather. I didn't take any damage from disappearing, did I? Sweet. Alright, I'm feeling
You just
refreshed.
briefly. Well, that's not a refreshing thing, really. You're just gonna.
Couldn't it feel like doom or something?
Yeah, it was like purgatory or doom.
Maybe
Maybe home for you.
yeah, I seem to have found a sense of peace there.
Good. I'm glad to hear.
Alright, I'm back. And I'm back with a vengeance. That fork's going in his back.
My timer's going off in 10 seconds.
Alright, I'll keep an eye out. Thanks.
Advantage. Fork attack. Fucking 2 and 3. Alright. Second attack.
I want to do that con saving throw.
Oh yeah, the
Oh,
constant.
right. 18 plus a bunch.
Wow, you haven't failed a single one of them yet.
Alright, con saving throw again for the second attack.
Go ahead.
12 plus 4. 16.
That'll also make it.
You can also do that D4.
You can also do that D4.
You can also do it to
your
these
attack.
attacks.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that D4 wouldn't help me first. That's good.
Nothing would have helped the first one.
Fucking 3
I
and
don't think
4.
it'll help with this one either.
Okay, so 4 plus 7 plus a D4.
Come on.
11, 12. Damn it. Alright.
You just went for 2 attacks and they both missed.
Yeah.
Harsh. Wow. So yeah.
How did that happen?
Well, let's explore. The creative ways in which you, flanking a man with like 3 people behind him and trying to stick a fork in his back, missed
All
twice.
right, so I come back out of the void or whatever, and like
Maybe your vision's a little blurred, and you
like everything's coming back in pieces, and I'm like stabbing doubles
wildly
that
in
I'm
the air.
seeing.
Yeah, you're
Your
wildly
depth
in the air.
perception is
That's a good
off.
one.
You're like you're just
Yeah.
missing it.
What is this dimension?
Yeah, you're kind of exactly. You're just getting used to 3D again. And
You were in
yeah,
Flatland,
Yeah, you were in
man.
Flatland. That's a great reference, by the way. I love that reference. All right, so it's his turn.
3D. Can't believe I fucking missed with advantage.
He goes. He's like bleeding now. He looks pretty hurt. He goes. You are not tenacious. It's a shame. Oh well. We could have done business. And he kind of he goes. Yeah, he kind of like casts another spell.
Teleportation?
Not teleportation. Worse.
This is like
He casts time stop. And all you guys see is him jump cutting out of existence. So just kind of like just disappears.
And all our shoes are untied.
A lot worse. All the chalk's been scrambled, and the howl spell's been dispelled.
Nice.
So in case you guys don't know how time stop works, he gets basically 3 turns, 1d4 plus 1 turns in a row. I haven't rolled 1d4, but all I need is 2 turns, 1 for dispel magic and 1 for teleport. But just anyway, in case I get more, I got 5 turns with that roll. But I don't need all 5. So yeah, he dispelled the howl spell and disappeared.
So none of us can do anything about this, like.
Absolutely not. It's instantaneous. Time stop is like, I'm not sure if you've seen JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, but Zawardo, just instantaneous.
Zawardo.
Toki Otomare. So instantaneous time stop. Casting. So yeah, he's now gone, and the chalk's all been moved aside, and you feel a darkness about to rush into the room.
Son of a bitch.
And we can end the session on that.
Spooky as fuck.
Experience.
This game just doesn't feel like.
If I had landed those 2 attacks, would we have had any chance to kill him?
Yes.
God damn it.
And what was that you said, Nick?
I just think this game feels like we're
Would
never
have been a
winning.
good time to have that inspiration point, hey?
You almost killed him, believe it or not. He was not doing well.
Fuck out of dodge.
If Tombar had taken attack instead of bless, he might be dead. But
if he'd have died while I was in the other dimension,
you would have come back.
Okay.
Just gone. You're not dead though, so you can't make a new character. You just have to live in your purgatory. Every session you come here and you're like, I do nothing.
Alright.
Just writing.
Probably just have to kill yourself.
Alright, so you all get 3,000 experience, except for Nick, who gets 4,000. You're still behind the level, I'm afraid.